What is good, everyone? We are back with another FGC Boomers number 6. This time we got King of Fighters going on tonight. Also, along with King of Fighters, we do have a raffle going on. So if you want a free copy of Street Fighter 5, go ahead and hit exclamation point raffle to enter that raffle. And before Grand Finals, we'll go ahead and kick that off so we can give off a free copy of Street Fighter 5. But before we officially kick things off with the tournament, you know I got to get that merch from my man. So stand by. See, I got the FGC Boomers
The merch
going on. Yep.
Yep.
So we got that merch going in. So to see the Discord for more details on how to pick up your own gear. But go ahead and kick it over to our commentators. So we have tonight we're gonna have schematics, napkin schematics, and Ash. So go ahead and take over, guys.
Hey, it's time for King of Fighters. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today, and welcome to the FGC Boomers Tournament Series 6 online event, continuing our bi-weekly King of Fighters 15 coverage. Today, we'll be showcasing 8 of our FGC Boomers' most dedicated KOF players as they put their skills to the test against new and returning community members. Today, I'm joined by our special guest, competitor and KOF specialist and FGC Boomers' own community moderator, Ash. He'll be providing us with his insight on today's action. It's great to have you, Ash.
Well, it's great to be here with you guys, and I can't wait to see what our players can do today.
Awesome. Great to have you, Ash. It's always wonderful to have you in the commentary box with me. Real quick refresher about the King of Fighters Boomers rules. We'll have all main bracket matches will be best of 3 matches. Winners finals, losers finals, and grand finals will be best of 5 matches. Loser of the match can change characters or order, and the match winner must keep the same team, but can change their team order. All right, as always, if you want to learn more about the growing FGC Boomers community, the premier competitive and casual fighting game community for players 30 plus, by joining our Discord community and participating in discussions, practice sessions, weekly events, and of course 24/7 daily lobbies, you'll be able to find a dedicated group for all your favorite fighting games made up of diehard fighting game enthusiasts like yourself. Join us by following the URL at the top of the screen and find out why FGC Boomers is the place for FGC vets and newcomers alike.
Select members. Put all your skills to the test.
Alright, here we go. We're going into the first match. Some excitement here. Let's see who Debahatman brings. I know Debahatman usually pretty strong king. I believe our other competitor is new to the series. A Hydern and a Cronin. I haven't seen one of those yet.
Should be really excellent to see these new players. We do have a lot of representation for King. It'll be interesting to see how this King play has evolved.
Nothing will stop this show.
The Hatman's going to be having King on point. Hydern's on point for Nightshade 661.
Got a very interesting matchup going on here. I know Cronin is very well known for being very, very strong. Uses meter very efficiently, very difficult to counter. So we're going to have to see how the Hatman deals with that.
Absolutely, great point. I'm also really interested to see how this zoning match is going to play out here. We don't see a lot of Hydern in our meta, so it should be interesting to see how this plays out. Immediately hopping back to full range. The Hatman putting a little bit of pressure in there. Nightshade looking for that jumping C. What kind of options do you think Hydern has for dealing with some of the pressure that the Hatman's applying with King?
Well, I think most Hydrons I've seen, the turtle, they'll use the flash kick to repel you as you jump in, and they'll use slashes to harass you. I think his slashes are pretty good. I mean, they're pretty difficult to hop over, even though I know that hopping has been nerfed in this game.
Absolutely.
So
looks like the Hatman was able to apply that pressure to him. A lot of good, intelligent pressure being displayed here today. Nightshade's Maxima is coming in with 2 meter here. Maxima also got a good range of options for dealing with some of the keep away that King is able to apply, so we'll have to see if he's going to catch him with some of those lasers on those fireballs.
The Hatman coming in very strong with King, no doubt.
There's that laser again. Very difficult to kind of avoid that guy. It pops up really quickly. and does beat most of the projectiles in the game.
Shout out to King's Bug. See you there on the chat. How you doing, bud?
The Hetman finding that crouching attack to beat that jump in, is able to dispatch of Maxima. The Hetman's going to be coming in with a little bit over 50% health, sitting on 2 meter. Nightshade's last character, Cronin, is going to be coming in with, it looks like, 2. You should be getting that 3rd meter here relatively soon. Of course, you know Cronin's able to put out massive damage with with his very powerful DP.
Hey, if you guys want something free, a great copy of Street Fighter V, another game which is really popular in our Discord, check out our Twitch right now, because King Giovanni is doing a raffle.
Applying some pressure in the corner there. The Hatman's able to make some space. Still applying some additional pressure there. Nightshade's hopping onto those fireballs. Jumps in with the EX overhead. Finds the DPs into super. Excellent work there. Cronin still
Now we're seeing
very powerful.
So feared. We've got that blade going right into that Mega Dragon Punch.
Absolutely. That leaping overhead, so difficult to deal with. Generally, he's plus on that, so it's very difficult to both beat it or deal with it after the fact.
I'm lucky. I mean, I've only faced Cronins mostly before he was buffed. So I'm like, facing him now, I would be pretty terrified. He's not very common in our meta, but facing him right now, I'd be pretty terrified, honestly.
Absolutely. The Hetman's doing some work here with Yamazaki. He's been putting quite a bit of time into his Yamazaki, and that seems to be paying off.
Yeah, I've been playing against Yama quite a bit. He's a very popular character. You know, he's kind of got this sinister edge to him, which I think a lot of people like. You know, he really enjoys fighting and hurting people. So it's indicative.
The Hetman's trying to maintain that snake pressure. That range is just right for Yamazaki. Generally, hanging out right outside of that standing hard kick range. The Hetman able to take the first match. Dispatches of Cronin. We'll see if Nightshade's going to decide to change characters or change his order.
Yeah, I think going into this next one, yeah, he might. Oh, looks like he's mixing it up a bit.
All right.
Select members.
You know, I think Hydern is strong against King. I think just maybe mixing up the strategy a little bit with Hydern might pay off, but we'll see what.
Yeah, absolutely. I do believe that Hydern has some good options against King, but it seems like Nightshade wants to try a different team. This is a good opportunity though for the Hatman to readjust his team and make sure that it is going to match up well with Nightshade 661's new update. Looks like he's putting Robert into the mix.
Yeah, I got Robert coming in. I've been playing against Robert quite a bit. One of our newer players plays Robert a lot. Robert is a really great character if you're coming from Street Fighter. He plays a lot like Street Fighter in a lot of ways. So, and
absolutely.
About checking out King of Fighters, you know, if you're playing Street Fighter now, you know, you might want to try Robert out.
Yeah, he does seem to have a good deal of the typical moves you'll find in a Shoto. You do have to learn a little bit of the King of Fighters rhythm and pacing, but it is quite a bit of an easier introduction to the game. He is a good well-rounder, and as you can see now, Nightshade's already showing off some of the ranging that he can apply with the fireballs and his special leaping spin kick. Still, though, we're seeing a little bit of a ranged fight here, and from what I understand, I still think that King's going to have the advantage when it comes to just fireballs as far as range and speed that she can shoot them out, and of course the different fireball options she has. She does have the ability to modify those and shoot those while she's doing Tiger Knee motions. So I do think that it's going to be to Nightshade's in his best interest to kind of close the distance here.
Now, Nabkin, what do you think about using DPs as a possible anti-projectile move? Do you think that's something that could be worked in, or a possible strategy for Robert?
My concern for that would generally be that it seems like the Hatman has a good idea of what his ranges need to be for when he's throwing those fireballs. It'll be very difficult to time it so that he can hit them when he throws them close up. So if he's outside of range, King will be able to recover, you know, early enough to punish some of those. I would probably recommend some short hop jumping hard kicks or short hop jumping blowbacks just to kind of clear those and try to mitigate some of the anti-airs that generally pop up from those.
Maxima going in pretty hard right now.
Looking for that laser. Oh, just late there.
Oh, laser.
Excellent use of that blowback.
Now you're a Maxima player, Napkin. So is that giant kick that he's doing? Is that his CD blowback, or is that just JP?
That would just be the giant. That would just be his jumping D. He has a drop kick, which is his jumping CD, which is very powerful. Unfortunately, it does make contact very high in the air, so you can get low profiles out of it. A lot of times, jumping in with the CD is good for air-to-air, but for his normal jump-ins, I'm usually using the jumping splash, which is jumping C, or the jumping hard kick, which is his more angled attack. It has a good attack angle. Looks like he ends up catching that crouching D.
Oh,
Yamazaki coming in at mid.
Maxima's got the
Nightshades.
purple dash, but it can be blocked apparently low. Apparently you can block it low. So
He does have the dash and the both his dash and his run up do look very similar. So yeah, you can block those low. Cronin coming in with 2 meter. He's still very dangerous and he has full life, but that Yamazaki seems to be managing his range very well. Very difficult to deal with some of the snake strikes Yamazaki sends out. He can cancel those and go generally directly into some of his counters, so he can be very deceptive.
yeah, snakes are very strong. I think Yama players, they're going to be wanting to be using that about half of the time. I think they're so good. You can anti-air, you can strike low, you can strike straight, like you said, combo, into things with it, which is this scary thought.
Absolutely, and Yamazaki does have that really cool super, which does damage over time. Sort of a poison, in fact. Very cool stuff. Looks like the Hatman's able to wrap up that match as well. The Hatman's taking this match, sending Nightshade 661 to lose your bracket. The Hatman showing some great improvements with Yamazaki, and a fan favorite for sure.
Oh, that was a great match. I think we really saw how brutal Yama is there. He's definitely not the easiest character to use, but... Raffle still going on, guys. If you want to head on over to our Twitch chat, might be able to earn a free copy of Street Fighter V Champion Edition.
Next up, we'll be having Ewok Lord and Kuma-chan, one of the new players that we've had the pleasure of getting to play with recently in the FGC Boomers King of Fighters channel. Kuma-chan bringing in some of her Street Fighter knowledge and experience, and seeing if that's going to transfer over to King of Fighters.
Yeah,
Ewok
it's been a
Lord.
pleasure. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Ewok Lord, of course, one of the resident Ramon specialists. He's been kind of showing us all what kind of great gameplay and strategies you can build off of that luchador, and is an important part of the Lucha Libre King of Fighters scene in our King of Fighters channel.
Yeah, what I'm seeing here, Ewok Lord, I've seen him experimenting with some of the characters that he was really good with, but then kind of going back to the comfort of the main team, Maxima, Ramon, K. But we'll see if he decides to branch out a little bit today, or if he just sticks with those. Yeah, Kuma, it's been a pleasure working with her over the past, past week. Learning King of Fighters, are very strong fighting game fundamentals. Just basically learning some of the quirks that make King of Fighters, what it is.
Absolutely. Picking up some of the introductory characters like Terry, some Joe, a little bit of Andy. She seems to be going and taking a look at a lot of the different characters, and it seems like a lot of Street Fighter purists are gravitating towards some of the characters that are fitting some of those archetypes for Street Fighter within the King of Fighters gameplay. But fortunately, it seems like we do have a lot of different options for new players, and the game is quite a bit more friendly to pick up.
If you feel like giving yourself more of a painful transition, just start with Angel. Learn her.
But so much reward on some of the stuff that she does. We actually do have a few Angel players in our community, and I think one or two of them are playing today. You'll be able to see some of the craziness that is Angel.
Yeah, our champion runs Angel and does very well too. So
Ewok Lord seems to be going with his main team, so we will be seeing some Ramon play today. And of course, Kuma-chan is going with Joe, Terry, and Robert on anchor. Joe's going to be looking to apply as much keep away as possible with his different fireballs. And of course, we'll be able to see Ewok Lord show off some of the guard point fundamentals with Maxima.
Round one. Ready? Go!
Ewok's Maxima, very, very strong. He's really got the Maxima down and everything. So we'll see how Kuma deals with it. Kuma's been showing herself to adapt pretty well at
Oh yeah, absolutely. A lot of good fundamentals. We're transferring over into this new gameplay style. But there is some small nuances that we'll have to keep an eye out for. For some of the new people that are watching here, do keep an eye out for Maxima's guard point. He does have guard point frames on his standing hard punch, standing hard kick, and crouching hard punch. And you'll see some of those pop up with auto guards in some of his poking game. Strong play from Ewok Lord to open up the match.
Yeah, we've got definitely a very strong opener there. We'll have to see.
Now, Terry is very meter hungry, so we're going to have to see if having him at mid with very little meter is going to be able to apply the type of pressure that she needs to deal with Maxima.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I think Joe on point is usually pretty good, at least in my opinion.
Absolutely. Especially if he's able to find some range to build up some meter. There's a little bit of that guard point action there off the blowback. Baits out that DP, finds him with that standing C into the Vapor Cannon. Very strong moves from Ewok Lord there. Patient play there is helping him out quite a bit.
Shout out to the chat. Yes, Robert, let's go. 100%. Molasses, who doesn't like molasses? It's a sweetener that everybody loves.
Robert coming out with the swag. Comes running in, eats that Vapor Cannon right to his face, looking for that shoulder charge. He's able to block it, finds a low attack, but is unable to finish that. Going in again with that push, with that shoulder. It's important to understand that that shoulder is not safe point blank. Has to range it just right. Fishing out some of those Vapor Cannons. I do find it kind of difficult every once in a while to really gauge the range on those Vapor Cannons, but they are doing a monstrous amount of that guard damage.
The Vapor Cannons are no joke. Very strong. I do believe they trade. If you trade blows, Maxima usually comes out ahead on those.
Yeah, and he does get that counter hit. Goes into the wall splat or the wall bounce, and he can find another one that he can link that into super as well. Kuma-chan finding the range for those Tatsus, getting back on that fireball.
Yeah, those projectiles are Maxima's nemesis. I think he struggles with them generally.
As a person who plays against a lot of Maximas, Ash, do you find it easier to keep him out rather than deal with his pressure on the inside?
I do, yes. I find Athena works pretty well against him.
Absolutely.
From a distance, and then jump in. At least give him something to occupy him. I usually, I'm not a believer in pure zoning in this game for the most part. I don't play King. I usually view the fireballs as a screen so I can get in.
Absolutely. Ewok Lord seems to be looking to apply as much damage onto Shin Ace's Robert as he can before the timer goes out. He ends up finding that jumping jab. Ewok Lord walking away with the OCV for this first match. Kuma-chan is going to be looking to do some adjustments here. What kind of adjustments would you recommend for her moving into this here? If she still keeps her current layout, she's going to have to deal with the moving wall that is Maxima.
I think she's good. She may want to consider bringing Andy in possibly instead of Terry. That might be useful. I feel like Andy can put out a very large volume of projectiles, which I think that Maxima, it's a little bit. They're strong against Maxima.
Absolutely. My recommendation at this point, I think, would be for her to get back on those hurricane uppers and see if she can find that slide anti-air, or find him, slipping up with that slash kick. She does have the ability to catch his jump ins with the tiger knees. He's able to find the EX knockout blow. No confirmation off of it though. He finds that slash kick. He seems to be having a little bit more luck here. Getting all those EX fireballs. Ewok Lord able to get over them with a jumping Vulcan kick.
Oh, look at that!
She was able to read that.
Adapting to it. Oof.
Excellent work. Get back
Yeah,
on
when I
those
look at how much
fireballs.
she's grown in the past week, I just think of where she's going to be at a few more.
Absolutely.
Pretty crazy.
Ewok Lord looking to start building additional meter here. Spamming out some of those Vapor Cannons. He does seem to work with canceling that blowback into either the throw, the shoulder, or the Vapor Cannon, and it gets him a lot of mileage. He's applying that corner pressure, but Shin Ace is able to escape.
But if you just look at how this match is going versus the previous one, it's just amazing how fast that Kuma has adapted to Maxima. We went from an OCB to nearly taking him out, right?
Absolutely. Some great adjustments here. Terry's going to be coming in with 2 meter now. He is able to do some work with that. May be able to find some of those EX shoulder charges and get into that big damage.
Ready? Go!
Ewok Lord fishing out that crouching C, looking for that sliding throw. Ewok Lord seems to be trying to get the vapor cannons on those power waves. He might want to try the crouching C to use the guard point to absorb those.
If you look at Kuma's defense, it's just pretty amazing. I feel, especially for someone who's fairly new to the series.
Absolutely. Looking once again for that fake blowback into the throw. Is able to find the counter hit vapor cannon into the laser.
Shout out to the chat, Eddie Anguiano. Yes, Vapor Cannon.
This battle should bring the hype.
Able to take out Maxima. K-Dash will be coming in 1 meter. Just short of 2 meter here. At around 2 meter, he's going to start getting quite dangerous. Ewok Lord's pretty adept at laying out that crazy damage whenever he gets those openings with K-Dash.
I always find K hard to deal with. He's very, very fast. He's got this move which flies like halfway across the screen. He's got a teleport. He's got this frame trap in the corner, which is really nasty. I mean, you can fall for it. It feels like it's just endless.
And it's even hard to catch some of his whiffed and botched DPs. He does fly really far across the screen. You might have to run after him, catch him, and punish him. But he is able to dispatch Terry. He's sitting at just over half of his health bar. Should be receiving a little bit more. Generally speaking, if you're able to finish a round prior to 30 seconds or with a little bit more than 30 seconds left on the clock, you will get a larger percentage of your health bar back. Starting off with that fireball, applying pressure and moving Shin Ace back into the corner, finds him in the corner now and is starting to apply some pressure, looking for that safe jump.
Got some strong defense by Robert here, trying to keep that K off. It's a very aggressive K.
Absolutely. She's able to move back out of there. Struggling to make the distance she needs, able to start that offense back up again, getting back on those fireballs. Kay's able to dash right through it.
Having played against Ewok a million times, I can almost guarantee he's going for the climax right now.
Right. Unable to pick up the punish there, Ewok Lord is back on the offensive. Kuma able to jump back in, pushing Ewok Lord into the corner. Ewok Lord back on those fireballs. Smart play by Kuma-chan currently, just trying to avoid the ranges. Kuma-chan's gonna have to watch out for those flying kicks into slides, and maybe she can punish that.
Oh!
Find it. Excellent.
Oh, what a finish!
Kuma-chan should be coming back in with just under half of her health back. Oh, just a little bit over, and we have Ewok Lord coming in with a 5 meter Ramon. We're going to have to watch out for those raw climaxes. He does enjoy finding them.
Now, Napkin, I know when you play Ramon, you go extensively for QM combo. Is that something that Ewok does too?
He does find him occasionally off the standing C, but since he uses a lot of his meter for pressuring with the somersault and with the Tiger Road overhead throws, he tends to use a lot of the meter for that. Luckily, King of Fighters allows for a lot of expression, and even though you see 2 players playing the same character, they are capable of playing them in very, very different ways. It looks like he's able to apply a little bit of that knowledge there, and was able to close the show out there. Looks like that should be wrapping that match up. For this setup, Ewok Lord walking away 2-0. Kuma-chan still showing some great improvements there. Good play for just a couple weeks under her belt.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, it's seeing how her improvements over the last week, I'm thinking, where is she going to be in a few weeks?
Kuma-chan will be entering loser's bracket. We'll be facing off with Nightshade off stream.
Let's see who's coming in next here.
If anyone viewing is interested in playing some King of Fighters 15, or you'd like to would like to expand your player base, please join us at FGC Boomers. You'll find a robust group of King of Fighters players. You can quickly set up matches and lobbies and participate in our weekly casual play sessions, training sessions, and special events. Please feel free to drop in throughout the day. We will have all-day casuals today and every day, which feature multiple lobbies for all skill levels, round-robin play, 1v1s, and of course, the potential for 6-player King of Fighters 15 party versus. We are encouraging some of our community members to try out the King of Fighters party versus and compete in a team of 3 with 6 fellow community members in team play settings. Again, you can find this and more at the FGC Boomers King of Fighters community. Learn more by taking a look at the URL on your screen.
If you go on our Twitch chat right now, there's a link right there, which is pretty easy to follow. It's not like most Discord links, which are totally scrambled letters. We actually have our own custom one now, so check it out. Discord GG FGC Boomers.
And a question for our chat. Are you guys enjoying the Orochi characters? We are seeing them quite a bit more in tournament play and within the current meta. I'm enjoying watching them. They're really interesting.
Yeah, let's send out a little, while we're on break, let's get some feedback from our chat as to what they think of the Orochi team. I think they're really interesting. I mean, to me, I think they're strong. I am not 100%, convinced as to their strength versus the standard ones or not. Although I think possibly Yoshiro is maybe stronger than standard Yoshiro, but
that might be the case. They definitely all play differently, and I'm really happy to have them included, especially since so many members of our player base are actually utilizing the characters. I'm seeing quite a bit of different team composition peppering these characters in, and we've had a chance to see a lot of play for them. We did have a couple of them in the last FGC Boomer Series KOF tournament, and I was really happy to see Orochi Yashiro and Orochi Chris for the most part, holding their own. They seem to be really interesting characters. It looks like we have Eddie Anguiano and Techno Cryptid getting ready for their match here. They should be setting up and going into character select screens here shortly. Mind you, Eddie Anguiano and Techno Cryptid, or actually Eddie Anguiano did get, looked like second place in our last tournament, and Techno Cryptid was second place, and of course got second in our last tournament. Techno Cryptid, a very, very strong player.
Oh, Techno's never played. This is her debut.
Oh yeah, but she's a very strong player.
Former champion. Yeah, I agree. Techno is very, very strong, and it's going to be interesting to see. I know Eddie was a little bit fearful of going up against her, but I guess we're going to find out. Elizabeth with Athena.
Look at this. Techno Cryptid known for very strong Ramon play.
I guess you guys all know probably I'm a whip main, so I really enjoy watching Techno's whip, and I really love seeing if I can imitate some of her techniques, etc. And I think it might go a little bit the other way too. There might be some things about my whip that Techno can pick up.
Mm-hmm. And Eddie Anguiano has Shermie and Shermie on the same team. We'll be able to see some of the Orochi team members in action here.
I know that Eddie has stated he is not an Athena fan, so we're going to see how this goes down. Although, who wouldn't be an Athena fan? Everybody loves Athena. I mean, it's just obvious.
Hey, Techno Cryptid with an absolutely incredible Athena and a very strong whip. It'll be interesting to see how Eddie Anguiano is able to deal with some of the ranging that Techno Cryptid's capable. Immediately, Techno Cryptid putting some pressure on with Elizabeth.
Yes, Eddie doing a great job with Chizuru on point today. I played against him with Chiz on point. It was pretty difficult to take her down, even though I'm a Chizuru main. I know all of her tricks, but Eddie's very, very skill neutral and all that. Very, very skilled.
Now, does Elizabeth have a little bit of an easier time dealing with some of the images here? I know that some characters have a much more difficult time both figuring out which one to hit and being able to hit them on reaction.
What you want to keep in mind is that if you hit the image, you hit Chizuru. So really all you have to do is just crouching 2B on his... this is a secret out on Chizuru. But of course Chizuru's got a lot more than that. I mean, powerful normals, very powerful combos, very high damage. So just that alone won't help. But theoretically any character should be able to deal. As long as you've got a decent 2B. I mean, Whip's 2B is pretty bad, so maybe not.
Techno Cryptid trying to keep Eddie Anguiano out now. Applying a little bit of pressure, that jumping B with Elizabeth. doing some work for him. Right, that was jumping D, actually.
Very skilled.
Techno finds that cross-up, starts applying pressure, rolling away now. Just misses that EX jumping attack. Getting back on those fireballs, able to close that out. Great play from both players here.
It takes it.
Eddie Anguiano has Shermie coming in with 2 meter.
Shout out from the chat from Smoke Rodeo. Orichi Krish has got that stylish damage. Oyashiro is brain dead damage. Shermie better than Shermie. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. What do you think, Napkin?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of regular Shermie myself. I think that Orochi Shermie, her gameplay is quite a bit different. It's quite a bit more mix-up heavy with those projectiles. I just personally like the grappling nature of her base character, but I do like both of them. But I'm definitely a fan of regular Shermie, and it looks like Eddie Anguiano is a big fan of regular Shermie as well because he's putting on some crazy damage right now, finding some of those quick max combos, getting right into that super, keeping Crypto Techno in the corner, shoots him back out. Techno Cryptic looking for that cross-ups whip, finds the super, and then finds
Climax! Woo!
Incredible play there. Tons of damage. Slips up just once.
I love Whip's
It's about-
Climax. Yeah, she like whips you high in the air and then slams you into the ground from orbit.
Anguiano able to find that command throw, closing out that round, but a ton of damage down there. We'll see if he's able to recover some of that. Techno Cryptid Zatanna coming in with 1 meter, and she should be applying a good mix of ranging and hard pressure.
Now I know Eddie does not enjoy playing against Atena. I mean, I remember last tournament I was able to take out 2 of his characters with Atena before he killed her. So we'll see.
Sitting on a Shermie with a little bit less meter, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, especially since Zatanna seems to be playing a relatively conservative game here, applying pressure in the corner. Finds him with that standing C, but he's able to throw her back out. Finds some range, but beats that super. Atena is in a good position now. Shermie coming in with 3 meter. Techno Cryptid has a pretty hard road ahead of him. Both characters are going to be zoning pretty hard here, so someone's going to have to play the bad guy.
Gotta love that Shining Crystal bit finish. Always love that.
Eddie Anguiano pushing to the corner already.
Strength of Techno's Athena really showing here. Very, very strong. Fast. Difficult to react to Athena. Now Athena, once Techno's Athena can get Shermie in the corner, I think it might be over. Yeah, if she can get a combo off, because Techno's very skilled at those corner combos.
Able to find that diving attack into that. Excellent work by Techno Cryptid. She's putting in quite a bit of great work with Athena there. Eddie Anguiano's going to have to make some adjustments here. Leave some meter aside there so that when Athena comes in, he has some stuff to deal with.
And if you're interested in becoming an Atena fan, the Shining Crystal bit in the corner hits multiple times, so that's all you need to take up Athena. Shout out to the chat, Smoke Rodeo. Yes, I really like the color that Techno picked for her Atena. I love it. Although I love all of her colors really. She never looks bad. Athena never looks bad. Fireball War. Yep.
Absolutely. Both players seem to have opted to stick with the same characters and orientation. Going right back into the same matchup here. Techno Cryptid's trying to find a little bit more success there. Finding that standing B. Jumping B to apply a little bit of pressure. Getting pushed right back into the corner. That cross-up lands. Good chunk of damage there. Finds the anti-air there. Drops the combo.
Yeah, Eddie is pretty good at that Chizuru cross-up. So if you notice here, with Techno, so Elizabeth's fireballs are kind of weird. They're almost not even fireballs. They're more like space control. But if you notice, she's using them very skillfully to control the space as to where Chizuru is.
Right. It seems like sometimes you can put them out just in a manner so that she'll run into them if she sends images out. And I think that's a good way to lock down some of that play.
I agree, especially, I mean, Elizabeth doesn't have a lot of, she's pretty linear, she's approaching linearly and all that. I mean, she can't, like, do anything crazy, like jump behind you or jump over your head or anything like that.
Right. But good pressure there applied with that standing horizontal kick there. He's able to take that first round. Shermie's coming in with 2 meter now. Elizabeth's going to have to try to build a little bit of meter, do as much damage as she can before Whip comes in. Finding that anti-air crouching C is just so good with Shermie. I cannot find very many ways around that. It hits me from behind sometimes.
Yeah, Shermie's definitely got a good kit of normals, unblockable grabs. That's why I actually, even though my Shermie, is more of just an experiment, I like running her on point as well as anchor, just because her unblockable grabs and her normals are really hard to deal with, I think, especially if you don't have meter.
Oh, absolutely. She has quite a bit of options at her disposal at any time, and once she has meter, she can generally cause a ton of damage pretty easily. Able to start applying some pressure there, finds some command throws, gets that crouching kick and starts applying pressure, moving Techno-Cryptid back into the corner. She's able to defend some of that, looking for that cross-up.
We're just seeing a relentless assault by that Shermie here.
Absolutely. Now, does Whip have any options for escaping the corner outside of her swings? It seems like Eddie Anguiano is able to ult a lot of her offense.
You can use a guard canceller you can use for air jump, but the problem with using the air jump is a good opponent's going to be pressuring you so hard that it'll be difficult for you to get it off.
Right.
And if you can, I think it's worth doing to get out of the corner, because being cornered as Whip is not good.
Yeah, Eddie Anguiano finds that running command throw, knocking Whip out. Athena coming in with 4 meter. This is a pretty tough matchup here. He has a grappler with not a lot of life here. He's going to see if he can do as much damage as he can, but might want to hold on to as much of that meter, which is not really an issue now, because Athena was able to clear that out quickly.
Techno-comboing into that shining crystal bit.
Techno-Cryptid still sitting on that 3 meters, able to do quite a bit of damage if he can find an opening. Liberal use of that jumping blowback to try to keep Anguiano seated, hopefully. There it is again. Getting right back on that pressure. Finds a reversal. Corner damage is coming. Drops the combo there, but keeps that pressure. Anguiano is able to escape. Some hellacious pressure over there. Just a ton of options Athena has.
Yeah, that's why I really enjoy Athena. I just follow her. She's got a shield to block. She's got multiple different types of fireballs. She's got Dragon Punch.
Anguiano drops that quick max combo that could have sealed the match. Unfortunately, now he has to deal with Athena's quick max combos. This will be game. Oh, misses, but finds the fireball afterwards.
Oh my.
Wow.
Oh, whips the climax, but follows it up with an EX fireball.
Excellent work.
Crazy match there.
Techno-Cryptid taking the
Techno
second.
takes the round.
Looks like
Moving on.
Techno-Cryptid takes the set. She's playing very strong Athena today. Should be moving on. Eddie Anguiano moving into loser's bracket. Anguiano struggling against the Athena. Next on stream, we'll be having the Hatman versus Ewok Lord, continuing with the winner's bracket.
A question out to the chat: which of these characters that you've seen playing so far, which of them seems the most interesting to you? Wait for people to respond on there. Yeah, in the meantime, just with our our Discord and our community. If you have any interest in King of Fighters whatsoever, feel free to join up. We have a full infrastructure in place, including a mentor, 2 dedicated mentors, and other people who will help you out and get you started with this great game.
And once again, if you are interested in FGC Boomers merch, feel free to check out the FGC Boomers Discord, where you'll be able to find links to the FGC Boomers online merch store, where you can find shirts, coffee mugs, and other fun FGC Boomer-related merchandise. Feel free to visit us today. Looks like we have our competitors picking their characters. The Hatman and Ewok Lord are getting ready.
It'll be interesting to see how Maxima deals with King. That can be a rough matchup for Maxima, right? I mean, with the amount of projectiles she's outputting.
Absolutely, but he does have the option for that laser, and of course he has guard point on so many of his moves that he can apply a little bit of slow pressure on that. Outside of that, he does have the option to just simply build meter with the just defense.
How long will it take him to build up the meter that's necessary for that super laser?
That would usually take a good amount of time, but he can pepper in a couple Vulcan cannons or vapor cannons in between to help build that meter a little bit quicker. And then, of course, he could use his standing normals to catch some of those fireballs with the guard point. The idea would be to try to range it so that he can eventually find the range for jumping blowback or to push through with a quick vapor cannon. This matchup here a little bit tougher. Ewok Lord's going to want to try to keep the Hatman out and make sure that he's punishing those block dives and trying to watch out for some of those anti-air throws on Wake Up. It is a little bit harder for him to deal with those dash-up throws, but he does have his own throw that he can try to counter with. If he can find that range right outside that sweep range, that standing hard kick seems to give Clark fits, and we'll see if he might fish that out a little bit.
Had the Hatman going with Clark in the beginning instead of King. It's interesting. I do feel like Clark could theoretically be strong against Maxima with all of his invincible grabs and moves and everything.
Yeah, he generally does pretty well, but unfortunately Maxima does have so many options on the inside as well for any of the setups outside of the throws that guard point just causes a lot of problems. But that standing D is just really difficult for Clark to deal with when he's trying to open up his offense. There's basically a giant hitbox with a guard point on it, and for some odd reason it just seems to cause a lot of problems for Clark players. Here, though, it seems like Ewok Lord is showing that he has these, both the grappler and the zoning gameplay on point, giving the Hetman a real hard time with a match that, generally speaking, King should have an advantage in.
But, I take full credit for that playing often against his Maxima so often.
Right.
He needs right now.
Finds that anti-air crouching C, unable to convert into damage there. You can generally get the Vapor Cannon into super there, but the Hatman able to find crouching light kick into tornado kick, but does not really do much for him. He eats that laser, closing out that round.
Yeah, that laser chip is just brutal off Maxima.
Looking for that anti-air blowback. There is a guard point on that blowback, so there was a reason behind that. May have just been mistimed, and now he's going to be dealing with that fireball pressure from the Hatman's Robert. Robert's CD works really well in this match, but again, those guard points, if timed correctly, can give him quite a bit of trouble. Finds that fireball.
Guard cancel rolling through Maxima is very effective because he's fairly slow. So
yeah, especially anytime he's setting up those vapor cannons. It's a spot that you can generally guard cancel roll into a ton of damage.
But we've got both K and Ramon. Robert will need to make it through. Robert is sitting on 5 meter.
Gets caught that uppercut there. Going into damage he is. Getting back on those fireballs, starting to apply pressure just short of that fireball, but he's able to find combo into super. The Hatman goes for a super there. It is whiffed back into the fireball where Ewok Lord is able to close that round out, sitting at 1-0 for Ewok Lord. The Hatman having a rough time getting past that Maxima. We'll see if he makes any adjustments or chooses to go with a different team.
We're sitting at 1-0. We're going to have to see if the Hatman chooses to put King first this time. I think King was a little bit more effective against Ewok's Maxima.
That seems like his plan.
Nothing will stop this show.
One of our players and our mentor, No Name, who's not able to make it today, have very, very strong King and Maxima. So if you look at some of our old footage, watch how his are played.
To have him playing a little bit more conservative King now, allowing Ewok Lord to get a little too close there. Starts catching some of those command throws, pushed into the corner now, is going to have to fight his way back out. Eats that counter hit Vapor Cannon, unable to counter that or to capitalize on that. You can combo off of counter hit Vapor Cannons. Pushing him right back into the corner, blocks the flip kick, goes directly into punishment into the super.
King is a fairly simple character, like mechanics-wise in combo, but at least from what I've people have been talking to, if you want to make it past beginning level, gets fairly complicated. It's just pure zoning, isn't going to work. You need to start mixing up different things into it and figuring out when to do it and all of that.
Right, requires a good set of fundamentals there.
And our mix-up game is somewhat a little bit less than below average. So
Right. The Hatman able to do a little bit, apply a little bit more pressure to Ewok Lord. Ewok Lord ends up blocking that dive, but cannot punish it.
Beautiful move there by the Hatman.
Finds that EX command throw, starts fishing out some of those vapor cannons. Finds a shoulder attack, applies pressure.
Napkin Clark's running move is called the running 3, I believe. Is that what it's called?
I think you're correct, yes.
Would that override Maximus Vapor Cannon?
It hits mid and Vapor Cannon hits high. I don't think that it would low profile it, but the startup on it might get beat. I think one of the best options that Maxima has against dealing with that shoulder attack is to just occasionally stick out that standing D. Standing hard kick has a really big hitbox, has that guard point on it. Generally speaking, for any characters that are trying to rush you down, it's a very powerful option, and it does go into quick max combos and whatnot. It's got quite a few good properties. Applying pressure once again in the corner. He seems to have had the Hatman struggling to keep himself out of that corner. Ooh, whiff Rambo. One more time. Able to roll through that. Now Ewok Lord seems to realize or remember that Maxima has upper mid invincibility on the startup for that punch super.
Round 4. Ready?
K-Dash coming in with 1 meter to Hatman sitting on 2 meter for Robert. Robert has a long road ahead of him if he's going to be able to turn this around. Ewok Lord able to find the leaping kick there. Closing out that round, looks like he is winning the set today. Ewok Lord wins 2-0 to Hatman moving into loser's bracket, and Ewok Lord continues in winners. Next on stream, we will be having some losers bracket matches. Chappie versus the Hatman will be up next.
So while we've got some time in between here, I thought I'd talk about a exciting new event that's coming up. We have our Rivals series, which so far says Street Fighter, but KOF will be entering the Rivals series soon. So I'll have more details on that coming. But it should be very, very interesting. Probably FT10 between two of our hand-selected all-star players with full commentary and all of that.
Yeah, really fun event types coming up here. Aside from our general regular tournaments that we're having with the series, we will be, as Ash mentioned, adding the Rivals series. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun with that. Seeing King of Fighters played in long sets seems to give us the ability to see some of these players adjust and find patterns and whatnot in some of the gameplay. And it should be really interesting to see some of these long sets unfold.
Already in the Discord and on the fence about signing up for Rivals, go ahead. I've had a lot of people sign up already who are varied skill levels. We're going to have people of all skill levels competing in this. And if you're not in the Discord yet, feel free to join up and sign up that way too.
Select order.
Seems like our competitors have just finished selecting their characters, and it looks like Chappie and the Hatman are already going into their match, selecting their stage.
Chappie is a brand new contestant. It's really exciting to see him play for the first time here. Got King Clark and Gato. I haven't seen a lot of Gato in our tournaments. I think this is the first Gato that I've ever seen in our tournaments. Would you say that's right, Napkin?
Yeah, I think you may be right. We've seen a little bit of play with Gato within the community, but we've been fortunate to see a lot of the lower tier stuff on display. So we have a good range of characters represented, but we don't have a lot of Gato. So this should be really interesting. Both players opting to go with King on point, Gato on anchor for Chappie. I generally see Gato on point and mid, but it should be interesting to see how he is able to fit this character into his hierarchy.
Napkin, I don't think I've ever actually seen a Gato on anchor, so I don't know what his climax and his QM combos and all of that look like or like to face. So it should be very interesting.
Who knows? Chappie might be on that new tech, and Gato on anchor might be the new Shermie on anchor.
That's right. Yeah, he's setting the trend here. That's what we do at FGC Boomers. We set trends.
Chappie able to
Takes an early
beat
lead.
the Hatman's King, opening up this match. The Hatman's
Round
Yashiro coming in with 2 meter. Chappie sitting on 0. Immediately opens up with the super, hits on counter. Goes to chase her down. Chappie popping right back into the supers, looks for the overhead. Applying pressure with the jump in, eats that jumping D. Goes in the tornado, just misses with the crouching D. Small punish on that block special, but goes in the tornado kick and finds it one more time. Looking for the flip kick, should be having enough for the super. Fireballs on Oki. Goes for the
He makes
modified
very
fireball.
strong debut.
On play by Chappie right now. Able to find some good success with King. That man kind of stuck at that mid-range. Tries to jump over a fireball. No fireball there, though. Ends up finding that standing hard kick.
Is this the first time Antonov's been seen in our series too, or was he here last time? Did the Hatman play him last time?
I think we may have seen him once as an optional pick. Not too much Antonov within our current meta, but he is a very strong and enjoyable character to play, and people seem to like watching him. Mean pressure by Chappie in the corner, finding the fireball as he tries to escape, gets right back on him. The Hatman still struggling to get out, just getting to mid-screen now. Chappie finds that crouching seat at anti-air, finds the sweep, pushing pressure one more time.
Massive damage there. So I know you've played Napkin, you've played Antonov a few times. What do you think, what do you enjoy most about that character?
I really like the fact that he's just a damage machine. You could generally look to focus on landing big hits into crazy damage. He is a little meter hungry, unfortunately, but that's perfect for an anchor character. He does have a little bit of mix-up as well, being a hybrid grappling character. So I had quite a bit of fun with him. I had rededicated myself to my main team, but in the time that I played King of Dinosaurs, Ramon, and Antonov, I really enjoyed it, and I can see why people enjoy playing him so much. But again, it's one of those scenarios where you have to be able to find the range for that standing C. You have to be able to find the range to apply his command normals into his big punches. He definitely has his own pace and game plan, and unfortunately, the Hatman having a little bit of a harder time applying that against Chappie. Chappie showing a great range of skills in his tournament debut. Players going into character selection.
Yeah, Chappie's definitely showing his experience and skill with King of Fighters here on this day, that's for sure. The Hatman going back to Yamazaki.
Nothing will stop this show.
I think a good deal of the Hatman's success here is going to be predicated on being able to deal with King, and we'll have to see what kind of adjustments he's able to make here. I have very little knowledge on the King versus King matchup. Someone's going to have to at some point, close the distance there, and it looks like Chappie's skill set of being able to modulate between projectile rewards and also being able to apply pressure with the crouching attacks and slides and into tornadoes. It seems to be pretty strong here.
Shout out to the chat. Yeah, where are the geese at? Yeah, I agree. What's up with that? Why no geese? He's the best.
Yeah.
He's the best boomer. He's strong. He'll beat you down. I even like it when he shouts "predictaboo." Sometimes when he blocks my moves.
He's such a fun character, and a lot of characters in the Southtown DLC have been well represented in the community. I'm really happy with all three of those characters, but we don't see a lot of geese, unfortunately.
Yeah, I've been playing against him quite a bit because a couple of our players on Mentor No Name, Eddie play geese, so I play, and also one of our newer players, Jersey. So I've been playing against geese quite a bit actually, and he's an interesting character. I mean, he's not easy to use. But...
No, absolutely. Chappie able to close out that first round there. The Hatman still not finding an answer for the Chappie King. 1 meter coming in with Yamazaki for the Hatman. In this particular scenario, I wonder if he's going to want to look to try to catch some of those fireballs to give himself that option of the red fireball for Yamazaki.
That would be a great option, I think, because that red fireball is almost impossible to counter. Shout out to the chat, Venom Strike in stereo. Yes, King versus King, Venom Strike in stereo. There's nothing like mirror matches.
Finding that snake whip again, trying to keep him in the corner. Chappie doing a great job of working his way back out, maintaining that range, but throws the EX fireballs a little too close, gets pushed right back into the corner. The Hatman looking for that range, goes for that uppercut. There he goes, catches that fireball that time, putting him on notice. He should absolutely keep that up. Good work there.
The Hatman's got to start something special there. Yeah, once he masters that reflect, that Yama is going to be really dangerous.
Gonna want to try to keep Chappie's Clark out here, watching out for that standing opening salvo of standing hard punches. I do believe that he should be able to range that standing hard kick to kind of catch one of those, but he might want to toss that out every once in a while to see if he can catch that. There it is. He can catch those run-ups and that shoulder charge.
You know, I play against our mentor No Names Clark all the time, as do you, and it's just like Clark has a lot of tricks, especially when you wake up. You gotta be careful, you'll get caught into that vortex and then endlessly pile driver to death if you're not careful.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. It seems like Clark is one of those knowledge check characters. You generally have to kind of. That's one of the first plateaus you'll hit. Mid-level King players, mid-level Clark players. These are the kinds of things that are going to generally start helping you grow. But a lot of players do run into those plateaus there. But the Hatman doing a good job of finding the right range against Clark and able to answer some of those challenges. But unfortunately, it does get caught with the Frankensteiner there, closing out that round. The Hatman has Robert coming in with 2 meter. Chappie sitting on Clark with just under 20%, or just over 20% life.
Well, the Hatman is no stranger to Clark, and I think that helped a lot. Knowing a character well and playing them helps a lot when you fight that character. Honestly.
Absolutely. A lot of high risk moves here by Chappie, and I want to try to reserve that for those really big situations.
Oh!
Huge punishment there on that blocked super. Getting right back in on him.
He's able. Unbelievable there. What happened there, Napkin? I didn't even understand what happened there.
Yeah, he went for that wake up command throw, and the wake up DP ended up hitting three times on the armor, and then he went over. So he had a little bit of an option. Whoa, backdashing the freaking command grab there. Command grab super.
Oh!
Clark, sitting at just under 20% health. He's going to be
it.
Absolutely. We'll see if the Hatman's able to recover a bit of his health. He looks like he's sitting at just over 40% health now with 2 meter. Gato coming in with 1 meter. Gato very dangerous with any meter at all, but the Hatman able to find super right at the opening. Still keeping him in the corner. Excellent work. He's going to have to jump back over to keep that pressure. Chap finds super there. Finds the corner as well. Again,
Punish.
Big DP there. He's got to watch out for those high-risk moves. Unfortunately, that DP spelling the Hatman's doom. That will be the end of the tournament for the Hatman. Chappie will be moving
Close
on.
it out there. Great.
Excellent work.
Both of our players. Great job to both.
Absolutely. Great work from Chappie and some good adjustments from the Hatman as well. Strong play from both competitors. On stream, the next match will be the losers quarters, Eddie Anguiano versus Nightshade 661. Our competitors are getting set up.
Shout out to the chat. Yes, let's go, chaps. Yeah, woo. Yeah, definitely Nightshade. Yeah, definitely enter that raffle for Street Fighter V. And this isn't the only raffle that we're going to have during all these events. Heck, I might even give something away. Buy something, give it away during one of our events. Just to keep it fun. Curious King of Fighters players out there in the chat. What do you think? Is there a King of Fighters related item that you would like to be raffled during one of our events?
A special thanks goes out to all of our stream chat commentators. Thanks so much for watching the stream and enjoying these matches with us. We got all 8 of our competitors showing their skills in today's tournament. I'd like to thank each and every one of them for participating and each of our viewers for hanging out. It looks like both competitors are in the lobby now. They should be moving into character selection screen here shortly.
This is a question coming from our Discord, not from any of our chat. But one of our competitors was noticing that the Maxima matchup was difficult. So Napian, what are your recommendations when you're playing against Maxima? Like, what should you do?
Generally speaking, Maxima has a good set of options, both from far away and up close. I tend to like keeping Maxima just outside of sweep range. You have a better chance of seeing some of his options there. You're able to react to the fake blowback into vapor cannons, fake blowbacks into shoulders, fake blowbacks into command throws. And then, of course, you want to try to make sure that you're checking the range for that jumping blowback. And when you see it, going for the low profile, though, you can get low profile combos, full combos off of that when the Maxima player launches that attack a little too high. For the most part, you're gonna find that each character has a range that they tend to do well at, and one that they do okay at, and one that they're going to struggle with. And for Maxima, I tend to believe that from far away, he struggles a little bit more. On close up, he does have that standing light kick that hits low, goes directly into the command move for his down forward C. He just has a good range of options. He always has that command throw available to him as well. It also opens up the ability for him to pressure with jump-ins with the splash on cross-up or front. I tend to just try to keep him at that mid-range and manage that range just outside of sweep range, so you kind of limit his options to standing hard kick, fishing with vapor cannons, or trying to jump in. And then, of course, once you move into that longer range, always keep in mind that laser is on lock. You don't want to trade fireballs with Maxima, right?
You don't want to do it. Yeah, I mean.
Nightshade.
Well, here we go, Billy. Oh, Billy's debut in the tournament too.
Right, Nightshade bringing in that Billy. Billy, one of my favorite characters in the game here. It should be interesting to see how Nightshade deals with Eddie Anguiano's Blue Mary, a very aggressive Blue Mary with a ton of great options. Eddie Anguiano's Blue Mary play is generally quite strong. Nightshade here, gonna need to find the right range and start peppering her with those crouching light kicks and standing light punches. This matchup's pretty tough for Billy, just because Billy does have a harder time keeping those pressure characters off of him. It's not going to be helpful if he's shooting out those SRKs though.
Well, dodging Mary Slicer is always a thing of nightmares, and I played against Eddie's Blue Mary earlier today, so I can tell you he's got everything down on her.
Yeah, absolutely, and Blue Mary's EX Slicers is one of those moves that's what they would consider untraceable. It's a very difficult move to see, let alone react to, especially online. I'm of the opinion that it's untraceable online, but if you can predict it, you can block it, and you can get some big punishes on it. So it is still a relatively risky move. Nightshade here, unable to find good success here initially, but he's starting to find a little bit of success now. It looks like we had a little bit of an error there with the connection. It looks like both players are going back to the lobby.
Back to the lobby, probably going to have the match restart now.
Okay.
Our
apologies.
Information.
Absolutely. Our apologies there. They should be restarting that matchup here shortly. The characters select screen and everything will be up in a moment here, but the characters should be picked exactly the same with the same order.
Okay, let's see. Checking our chat. Okay, looks like both of our contestants have exited the match and possibly might be restarting soon here.
It looks like they're currently still in the lobby, so hopefully they'll be able to get that issue sorted out and get the match started again. A very interesting matchup, though. I love seeing Billy deal with some of these faster characters. It is a little bit more difficult for Billy to reliably deal with heavy pressure, but everybody does have tools, and he has a lot of good tools as well. He's probably going to want to be looking for that EX counter. Hopefully fish out a couple of those crouching light kicks to get the standing light punch, or just even go into his canned combos. Billy, one of the few characters who can generally find decent options off of his base auto combo. This is something we do see frequently with Billy play.
Yeah, I kind of have mixed feelings about auto combo, but it's looked down upon a lot. But I think honestly, a lot of times it can actually be your best options because I know with no meter, I know Athena, maybe your best combo is auto combo usually.
Yeah, and you could use it like any tool. Luckily, King of Fighters itself is a game that tends to reward discipline, especially throughout your execution. So even if you are prone to mashing under pressure, it's one of those things that just kind of goes away, and then you can kind of count on the auto combo after the fact. Billy, of course, being one of those characters that just happens to have a great auto combo that he can find some good options off of, and it tends to work well with his cross-ups because he does have an auto combo that combos off of the standing light kick, which hits low. So we have a couple good options there for Billy. Hopefully he's able to. Hopefully Nightshade will be able to show us some examples of that with Eddie Anguiano's absolutely aggressive and strong Blue Mary play. It looks like they're getting ready now, going into the match.
Round 1. Ready? Go!
Nightshade. Yeah, Nightshade was able to. Nightshade threw out a hard horizontal special stick attack, and unfortunately she was able to jump over that, but now he's eating a lot of damage in that corner, able to roll out. Eddie, it looks like Eddie Anguiano has a good idea of how Billy's gameplay tends to play out, but it seems like Nightshade has a good handle on Billy's at least lateral movement with the slides. Unfortunately, unable to find an answer for that Blue Mary. Eddie Anguiano should be coming back in with full health.
Round 2. Ready? Go!
Yeah, Blue Mary's all about getting the right reads, it seems to me.
Yep.
Like she's a very high-risk, high-reward character.
Absolutely. Nightshade Maximus coming in with 2 meter, able to, unfortunately, got caught in that leg breaker. Finds the standing hard kick that they trade. Finds it once again, goes for that EX grab. Unfortunately, it's whipped, goes directly into combos. Eddie Anguiano's not able to complete that combo. Fishing with that vapor cannon, gets caught with the arm breaker, but finds the EX anti-air. A good matchup here. It seems like Nightshade has a little bit of a better handle on the Blue Mary matchup with Maxima. Unfortunately, gets caught again with the armbar there, and flip kick to close out that round. Eddie Anguiano just causing mayhem with Blue Mary.
That's always interesting how to counter her. If you try to block the slicer low, she has tools to hit you high. So.
Absolutely. Nightshade's Cronin coming in with 3 meter here. Generally has the ability to really turn things around, but this is an uphill battle for him. Eddie Anguiano finding the short hops, re-jumps, opens up Nightshade, pushing him into the corner, goes for the electricity. Once again, trying to open him up. Characters reset back to mid. Nightshade trying to apply some of that pressure. That drill pressure, so difficult to deal with, but Eddie Anguiano doing a good job of ranging it. A little bit of a pause there, right in front of each other, finds the cross-up. No conversion, but does find that low. Cronin finding that EX.
Oh! There you go.
No finish there, but still finds himself in a good spot. Going back to the drills, close out the round. Nightshade starting to find their rhythm a little bit there. Sitting on 3 meter now. Eddie Anguiano's Geese is coming in with 3. Here's your Geese, everyone. Let's hear it for Geese.
Go Geese.
You reach for the top. Ready?
Nightshade's gonna have to find some combos into hard damage if he wants to get past this and get the most out of that life regain. But ends up jumping directly into a special. That super closes that round out. Eddie Anguiano going 1-up on Nightshade 661.
Winner!
Yeah, Eddie very skilled at using that super to. It's kind of basically a giant dragon punch.
Yeah, he read that immediately. He understood that Nightshade would generally be looking to try to apply pressure immediately and get Geese out of there. Immediately was countered. Member
Shout out to
selection
the
screen.
Discord. Yes, that was Geese supremacy. That was Geese showing Cronin who's boss right there. I mean, Geese is the ultimate villain. I mean, he's not going to take that.
Looks like we have a small hiccup here. Hopefully this will be able to pick up again here shortly.
Looks like the loading is taking a while.
I think they were going back to character select screen, and I believe Nightshade had initiated it. And if that's the case, I wonder if he's going to be trading out one or more of those characters. This is a make or break moment for Billy Kane here. One of his first appearances in our tournament series. I'm hoping to have a little bit of success for him in the near future.
It just keeps getting better. We had last tournament. We had Whipmaker debut. Now I've got Billy making his debut. We keep seeing new characters, and it's exciting.
We saw Gato as well, and of course we have good representation of Orochi characters and the Southtown characters. You know, we have a lot of Yamazaki, and we have some Geese, and now Billy. So yeah, you know, we're seeing a little bit more of the roster being explored. Of the players are getting a little bit more comfortable with some of the different gameplay and archetypes available in the game. So I think we're going to start having some really interesting matches moving forward. But our players still trying to get into the character select screen. I'd like to thank everyone once again for joining us for this Series 6 tournament. It looks like we had a little bit of an error there. The players should be getting shot directly back into the lobby, and hopefully we should be able to get everything set up again shortly.
Okay, got some feedback from the tournament chat. Eddie Anguiano saw a game crash, quitting, joining again, so we should be back online soon. And again, thanks so much for King Geo for running this tournament, doing such a great job dealing with all of these little snafus, etc. It's definitely not an easy thing.
Looks like the lobby is set back up. Our competitors will be joining the lobby once again and getting this match set up. Once again, we are currently looking at 1-0 for Eddie Anguiano. Nightshade was about to go into character select screen, and it seemed like they were looking to change out some characters or adjust their team a little bit here. So let's see what kind of options Nightshade's going to be going with. Eddie Anguiano, of course, is going to be sitting on the same team, so we should be seeing them get set up shortly. In the meantime, to our chat, what kind of characters would you like to see in the new DLCs for King of Fighters 15? I'm pretty sure I'd love to see Duck King come in, but I'm sure that we'll have some interesting entries here. What do you guys think?
Oh, I mean, we've definitely got all the classic KOF characters. Like I recently bought, it's on sale. I bought King of Fighters 2002 Ultimate Matchup, and there are a ton of interesting characters in there which don't exist in XV, and I think it'd be great to see some of those. But I'm kind of like when it comes to crossovers, I think they could definitely go wild and crazy, and they could include characters from different franchises. Like I'm a huge Dark Souls fan. If they had a team from Elden Ring or something, I'd be down with that.
Oh yeah, that'd be really cool. There's always been rumors, of course, of Street Fighter characters popping up in a King of Fighters game, and that would be incredible. Plus, it'd be one of those scenarios where it's going to add that fuel to the fire for a Capcom versus SNK 3, which I'm sure all of us would love to see.
I've heard rumors about that too, and I think that one's probably going to come at some point. But yeah, Street Fighter characters in King of Fighters should be very interesting. I think you hopefully will get a lot of people coming over, from that franchise to check out King of Fighters, and while they're in, maybe starting out with Ryu or Chun-Li, but then hopefully, exploring all of the other interesting, great characters. We've got like Angel, Isla, Billy, etc., etc. Some of these characters that could only exist in King of Fighters, right?
Right, exactly. Looks like our players are currently selecting characters, and Nightshade seems to have switched out Billy with Elizabeth. We got Maxima and Cronin still on anchor. Eddie and Guado sitting on the same team. Both players seem to be ready to rock and roll, and they'll be getting this match on. Eddie Anguiano switching Geese to point. Keep in mind, the winners of a match can change order, but need to maintain the same team makeup.
I think Eddie's made that strategic decision, knowing that Blue Mary has done so much damage. He's gonna reserve her for after Geese.
Round 1. Ready? Go!
Now, do you think Geese is better on point? I generally see him played on point.
Yeah,
Better on point.
I personally think he's a great point character only because he doesn't use a lot of meter for a lot of his stuff, and he tends to play that control style of gameplay. Those characters tend to be pretty strong on point. I do believe that any character, as they move further down the line in team orientation, just gets better. Some characters tend to be better on point, and I believe Geese seems to fit that role. Most projectile-based characters, control style characters, battery step characters tend to do well on point, and I think Geese is no exception. That being said, I love to see him in any position. So if any of you guys are thinking about using Geese and you just want to put him on mid or put him on anchor, we're all fine by that. We just want to see some more Southtown.
Yeah, we want to see some more Geese for sure. So do you think his unblockable counters is probably, like, if we're on point, it's good because the counters don't need any energy to use, right? And a really strong integral part of his game.
Absolutely, and he could use them similarly to how any character that has counters would use them, generally tossing them out here and there, and of course using them in block strings where you know you're going to be negative, and you're hoping to condition an opponent to not press buttons. That's generally a good place to use them. In this particular instance, Eddie Anguiano is still generally working the character as a control character, but he's starting to apply a little bit more pressure now, seeing as he's coming, closer to the end of Geese's run of this match so far. And you can see him applying a little bit more pressure as a result. That being said, you don't see too much of Nightshade's Maxima recently, so we'll see how he deals with that pressure. That counter, though, excellent work there.
Can Geese counter any level of move? Like, can he counter level 2, level 3s, or?
He can counter any level of super with his EX version.
With the EX version,
yeah.
So it could block a climax. Okay.
And it looks like Eddie Anguiano has now at 50% health. Nightshade's Cronin coming in with 4 meter. Cronin can start turning this around, but he's going to have to make some big plays to do that. Finds that anti-air counter one more time, getting right back on those fireballs, fishing out that counter once again. Nightshade's going to have to watch out for those jump-ins. He's going to want to make a dent in this Geese again with that corner pressure, looking to fool him a little bit, but catches those supers. That's
oh! Now we're seeing why Cronin with meters is so devastating.
Yeah, even the normal counters for Geese counters like special moves, but it also counters Shatter Strike and whatnot, so you do have a couple different options there, but it does counter super moves as well. And then the EX version, of course, it counters all ground normals, high, mid, physical, special, and super moves as well. They're strong counters, you generally, when you use the EX, you counter both high and low, so that's similar to how Billy works. Billy's counters work very similarly to that, and they're difficult. If you can pepper those in and know when to toss them in, you can generally apply a good deal of control to the opponent.
We got a comment from the chat here responding to my question about Geese's counter. The chappy guy, he can counter any physical attacks with his normal counter. Yeah, I think that's probably about what he said.
Yeah, and it does generally catch almost any physical supers, climaxes, aerials. There's the super strong counter.
Yeah,
it's fun stuff.
Really good, yeah.
What a great fight! Mad respect
And Eddie
to the
Anguiano,
winner.
the strength of that Blue Mary is showing through here as Eddie takes the round.
Eddie Anguiano closing that out 2-0. That was for losers quarters.
For those of you just tuning in, this is an event that we're having for FGC Boomers. If you're not on the Discord, but thinking about joining, feel free to join. It's It's a great place. You know, we have various communities for different games. Obviously, King of Fighters, like what we're playing here. We've also got an emerging Samurai Showdown scene, and very, very strong Street Fighter scene and strong Guilty Geared scene too, if you're interested in those games.
And next on stream, we will be having Chappie versus Eddie Anguiano. And that will be right after the break.
Another comment from the chat, the Chappie guy. You can actually counter Cronin's level 3 from full screen with Geese's counter. So
Yep.
that's probably the EX version or the normal version.
That would be the A version. Oh, well, I'm sorry, the B version and the EX version. D counter is all lows, or sorry, highs. And then so the B version, which also, you know, we're going to couple with the EX version, that one will counter all physical, air moves, high, mid physical specials, you know, shatter strikes, super moves, climaxes. The D version, which counters mid and overhead normal attacks.
Happy bringing the Geese again. Oh, double Geese.
Lots
We're
of
getting,
geese.
we're getting our Geese quota today, that's for sure.
Competitors are ready to rock and roll for this next matchup. King opening up the show for Chappie and Eddie Anguiano opening up with Geese.
Ready?
Strong fireballs on both sides of this. I imagine a lot more of the pressure will be handled by Eddie Anguiano. He seems to have quite a bit more options for that.
Yeah, Geese, the ground projectile is pretty strong. I think it really slows King down. You know, King is usually just this never-ending stream of fireballs, right? Of venom
Right.
strikes. Those things, you know, if she has to jump over those, it really slows her down.
This will be one of those scenarios where Chappie's going to have to, you know, reach into his bag of tricks. Maybe shooting out those fireballs off of the modified Tiger Knee motions will allow him to get over those fireballs.
Oh,
Similar to how he did there, but you know, that a little bit of cognitive load for that. So we'll see if he's able to make that adjustment. Currently, he's still doing pretty well against Geese, able to get his way out of the corner, getting back on those fireballs. And he's starting to find that modified fireball there. You can see that it's going to cause him, you know, give him some fits there because it's going to go over those fireballs. And he can pop right over the ones that are there. Eddie Anguiano able to close the distance, starting to apply pressure, moving him into the corner, getting in with those crouching light punches, find some breathing space, getting back on those modified fireballs. Eddie Anguiano going with that EX option. Rolling Sobat to get himself in. EX fireball, rushing him down. 5 seconds left on the clock. They're going to be closing this out. Gets the overhead into the grab.
oh, brutal grab.
With 2 seconds left,
Takes it.
Eddie Anguiano able to
Oh.
close out that round. Excellent play by both competitors. Some great adjustments there by Chappie. And Eddie Anguiano able to read some of that. He got that Geese mirror match now. 2 meter for Eddie Anguiano with 10% of his life. Rolls through. Fine standing C, but no conversion there. Chappie able to find the jump in the standing C and the backhands.
Well, that was disappointing. I wanted to see a little bit more of a Geese throwdown there, but
Yeah, the last round was so
goes on.
long. Yeah, the last round was so long. He didn't get a lot of his health back, but now we seem to have Eddie Anguiano's Cesaro coming in with 3 meter there. We'll see how that works out. Gets stopped there, pushed right back into the corner. Using that crouching roundhouse or that crouching hard kick on block to still apply pressure with those fireballs. Eddie Anguiano is able to roll out of those if he's trying. He has the meter fit. Applying his own corner pressure now, going for that big damage. Does not wrap up that combo.
both on 3 meter, both going for quick max combos. Not familiar with Geese's quick max combo, but I know Eddie's pretty good at Chizuru's.
That jump in hard punch hits multiple times. Can get pretty tricky there if you're on defense. Just misses with that air Rakugan, getting right back into the corner, applying pressure with that crouching hard kick once again. Anguiano able to escape.
Beautiful move.
Applying pressure once again in the corner. That should be closing the round out. Anguiano up. Gato coming in with 4 meter. Very dangerous situation for Eddie Anguiano. He's going to be on 2 meter with just under 40% of his health.
Those of you not familiar with just Chizuru, our super attacks do a little bit less damage, but they can actually depower you, which is something that nobody else can do. It's a very interesting ability she has there.
Chappie's choosing to sit back, mix up some of those palm strikes. able to get in there, shoots over, unfortunately corners himself. Eddie Anguiano's trying to apply pressure there. Chappie finds a crouching hard kick, going back into some of his mix-ups on the outside, maintaining that mid-range, finds the crouching hard kick, sweeps Eddie Anguiano off the feet. Eddie Anguiano's anchor character coming in now. We're looking at Shermie sitting on 4 meter. Very much a live game here. Very, very dangerous is Shermie with meter on anchor. Any small mistake, there's going to be a crucial moment in this match. Chappie looking to range it so that he doesn't get caught, but that anti-air finds him.
Now, I'd assume that Gato can do a pretty good amount of damage with meter too. It's just that I never see him on anchor, so I don't know what it is.
Right, absolutely. But unfortunately, Eddie Anguiano knows the setups with Shermie, able to convert damage very easily. Going to be going into that climax here shortly. We're going to be seeing some mean damage here. This may close this out. This is looking bad for Chappie. Leaving him with just
barely.
That finds the command move.
One unblockable grab, and that's it. One EX, one whip. I believe that's what that was called.
Eddie Anguiano up 1-0. Chappie's going to have the hard choice of deciding whether he wants to move to a different character or change his order, but this was a very close matchup. I imagine that they could run this one back. Chappie choosing to do just that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it did pretty well against Eddie the first time, so I think keeping the same order, sometimes these matches can just go either way. You don't know.
Well, we'll see. Now that Chappie has some of those adjustments that he made in that first round against Eddie Anguiano's Geese, is he going to be able to start modifying those fireballs once again and offset some of the pressure that Eddie Anguiano was applying with Geese? Finds that crouching jab, gets that modified fireball again, gets caught with an Arapuken right in the face. A little bit of a mix-up there. Finds that standing hard kick. Getting back on those fireballs. Counters one there. EX fireball. Jumped over. Eats Arapuken one more time. And now Anguiano on the offensive. Pushes Chappie into the corner. Chappie finds the crouching hard kick. Slides in. Trades places. Now he's in the corner. Gets himself right back in there. Eddie Anguiano applying pressure. Gets caught with that crouching C. No other conversion off that tornado kick. Hard pressure in the corner, finds the ground throw, looking for that Oki.
Doing pretty well this time. Maybe possibly starting.
Oof. Almost rolls into that fireball. May want to start keeping his way out there. Mean fireball exchanges here. Chappie may be able to close this out here. Finds that slide command move, closes it out. Chappie.
Oh, it closes it.
And Chizuru is going to be coming in with 2.4 meter. Chappie going to be gaining a little bit of that health back, but not much. Sitting at just over 20%. Eddie Anguiano is on 2 meter. Going to be hitting 2.5 here shortly. Chizuru is coming in.
Sure can do a lot of damage with 1.5 meters.
Chizuru
well over.
Eddie Anguiano is looking to shoot some of those fireballs back. Was able to find one earlier on in this match. Jumps over this next one.
Yeah, the reflect's definitely the way to go. It has a little bit of a startup time, so it can be difficult if you don't predict the fireball coming at you.
Yeah, absolutely. Generally speaking, you need to be on the outside for that, but that's not a good position for Eddie Anguiano to be in. He wants to be just outside that fireball range, so he can get that super jump in. But still, no hurry here. He can still apply that slower pressure. If he can just get rid of this king, he can start getting a good grip of this match.
Interesting to use Chizuru's jump. Either she has a move where she can send a clone in an arc, or send herself in an arc. That could be really interesting right now to just basically get right over that fireball and put it into King's face.
Able to find that crouching attack, closing out that round. Eddie Anguiano's Chizuru finding a little bit of success there with Chappie's king. Geese coming in for Chappie with 1 meter. Eddie Anguiano sitting on 2, just short of 3 meter with 40% of his life. Missing that cross-up.
Well, Nepkin, this is a really close match here that we're seeing. The first match it went one way, but I think Chappie really adapted fast. So now we're seeing this match going the other way. So
yeah, absolutely. Chappie making some good adjustments here. Finding the correct approach with King was a crucial adjustment for this match. And now he's able to start finding some answers with Geese. Giving Eddie Anguiano a hard time here getting in. Arapuken's keeping him out. Fishing with that rolling Sobat, gets underneath him, finds a crouching roundhouse, puts him in the corner, and ends that round. Chappie Anchor coming in with 3 meter. Eddie Anguiano still sitting at almost, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Eddie Anguiano's coming in with 4 meter for Sherman. Chappie's sitting on 2, just under 90%. Unable to convert on those crouching light punches. Eddie Anguiano finds his combo into special. We're going to be seeing it convert or go directly into, oh no, he's going to save it. He does have one more character left. Okay, that was a good approach there by Eddie Anguiano. He's saving some of that meter so that he can still be a threat for Gato. Was able to close it out. Still has that 4 meter. Very dangerous situation for Gato coming in.
Eddie's definitely showing his strength here. I mean, we're seeing even midway through the match, we're seeing things swing back and forth.
A very close match here. It seems very similar to the last, and this time with Eddie Anguiano making great adjustments. Chappie's still applying a good deal of pressure, but this time around it seems like his Gato is a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
Eddie Anguiano finds the command throw there, then applies some of that Oki. Looks for that spinning kick. Chappie able to push him back out. Leading spin kick, gets right back out there. Now Chappie's able to find an opening there. Hops back over that EX, but ends up getting that elbow. This looks like it's going to be all she wrote if Eddie Anguiano is able to capitalize this.
Oh no.
Here comes that climax special. We got some whispers coming up, guys. I do not believe that Chappie will be able to escape this one.
Shout out to the chat, King Bugs. What a set. Yeah, we couldn't agree more. This is some prime KOF right here.
What a stellar fight! These two know how to rumble.
Eddie Anguiano walking away with a victory there.
I believe this is FT3, so we have at least one more match.
Yeah, at least one more. So we'll see if Chappie's able to make some adjustments here. Both first matches there, both of those 2 matches there, going down to the wire. We're going to see if they'll be able to, if Chappie can make some adjustments here and find some answers for Eddie Anguiano, Shizuru, and Geese. Geese giving him a lot of trouble by that. Shermie, the moment she comes in, if she has the meter, she's an absolute threat.
Yeah, we can definitely convert a lot of damage off that one hit. Which, you know, King of Fighters is not too unusual, but definitely true with Shermie.
Right, finding that anti-air counter tosses Chappie to the other side, but Chappie's able to change corners there. Tosses Eddie Anguiano in the corner. Eddie trying to fight his way back out. Dealing with fireball pressure, trades out, slides for Chappie. Back on the fireballs.
Got a close match here so far. Geese keeping his distance a little bit. I wonder if Geese might want to get in.
Chappie laying off of the modified fireballs, and it's noticeably more difficult for him to get damage at that point. Able to get that jump in, no conversion. Anguiano was able to find that stray standing C, but no conversion there, but does find the standing C after. Back to that fireball range. They're just outside. Now, if Eddie Anguiano's outside that fireball range, he can't really apply that pressure. He's going to have to move his way in just a little bit so that he can still be a threat with the super jump.
I would think against King, Geese might want to get it a little bit closer.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's good at zoning, though. But against anyone else, I think that's... You know.
Yeah. Well, and even when you're not that... Even if you don't have a character that's great at zoning, when you're dealing with zoning, you're generally going to want to be just outside or just inside that fireball range. If you're too far away, they can read all of your approaches. But if you're within super jump range, you want to be able to jump over their fireballs and still apply some offense. Anything outside that range makes it very difficult to deal with the zoning.
Now for Geese's double root movement, does he need meter to use it, or is it just a normal root?
That's an EX.
It's an EX, that's what I thought. These 2 Geese, wow, very close match for these 2 Geese.
Player 1 wins 2 rounds in a row. Round 3. Ready? Go!
Gato coming in, Geese putting tons of pressure on Chappie right now.
Yeah, we'll see if Chappie can turn this around. It's a big tough battle, but...
Finds a command throw, applying pressure one more time, just misses that counter. Still getting onto him. Finds the sweep. Looking for the right range. Geese applying pressure now. gets caught by the crouching hit confirms for that with those crouching punches, able to close that round out. Chappie sitting on 3 meters, going to be getting a little bit of his health back. Eddie Anguiano's next character is going to be coming in with 3
Seeing the
meters.
strength of that Gato right here.
Ready?
But Eddie's Chizuru
Chappie.
difficult to deal with, I think.
Chappie fighting for his tournament life at this point, trying to win this uphill battle against Chizuru and Shermie. Eddie Anguiano is going to Motor Than Life and start trying to close this out. Spends that meter for the quick meter, but could not convert on the damage.
Yeah, lucky for Chappie that quick meter did not convert. It would have been a ton of damage.
This could be a very serious situation now if Chappie's able to get past Chizuru. He will be sitting on a ton of meter. Eddie Anguiano is going to need to start building meter in the event that Shermie has to come in.
And Chizuru's reflector is interesting because it's also useful. If you're not dealing with projectiles, it can hit you back and also has some slight anti-air properties too.
Chappie unable to finish that combo. Goes for the air dash, gets tossed. Additional pressure there by Eddie Anguiano, able to close that out.
Chizuru's brutal
Eddie
stand.
Anguiano takes the
Closes
set,
that out.
3-0.
Both players, incredible play. Chappie, a new player who I believe just joined our Discord today, and we can't wait to play with him more over the next few weeks. Play some King of Fighters with him more.
Congratulations goes out to Eddie Anguiano on that set. Chappie, a wonderful debut for his FGC Boomers King of Fighters series.
Shout out to the chat. We've got Gio, our server owner. King is so cool. Well, we have a lot of kings, that's for sure.
Coming up next is Winners Finals. Techno Cryptid versus Ewok Lord will be up next.
Shout out from the chat. Gio, wave to all the KOF fans. Yeah, I just think this is an incredible game. It's a bit more niche, It's not as much attention as some other mainstream games. But once you get into this game, I think it's really great. For me, I think it's honestly, the characters. I just really love SNK characters. The job that they do with all their characters and everything, and the background and all that. And this game system and everything is incredible too. But,
Absolutely, yeah, I could totally agree with that. And I think it's one of those few titles that are so different from everything else available. It really is providing you with something that no other games really have. King of Fighters is a very particular feel, a very particular rhythm, and it's almost perfect for an alternate game to play. And for the most part, it's one of those games where it has some complex ideas at onset, but luckily a lot of these systems share content around with the other characters within the game. So you learn one team and you can transfer a lot of that knowledge. It's a really enjoyable game, and I recommend any FGC members give it a shot.
Yeah, definitely give it a shot. We've got all the infrastructure. We've got 2 mentors. We've got other people like myself, who will help you learn the game also. Shout out from the chat. I like watching KOF. One of the most fun games to spectate. I couldn't agree more. I'm sitting here watching this,
Select stage.
and I am a KOF fan. But I think even if you don't play the game, I think it's really entertaining to watch it.
Very intense game is going to be going on here. Ewok Lord, strong Ramon play generally, but Techno Cryptid also has a great Ramon, and she understands a vast majority of some of the tricks that Ewok Lord has up his sleeves. Should be interesting to see how Techno Cryptid processes some of the tricky stuff that Ewok Lord is going to be popping out with Maxima and Ramon.
This is going to be very interesting, but Ewok Lord, no stranger to Elizabeth either, also plays Elizabeth on occasion. So we're going to see if he can counter some of Techno's moves.
Techno Cryptid a little bit more aggressive with his Elizabeth play right now. Was getting right directly into Ewok Lord's face. Ewok Lord starting to move him to the corner, but ends up trading spaces there. Techno Cryptid with the rejump finds that damage, getting into some heavy damage in the corner. Going for that empty jump, it is blocked. Great defense by Ewok Lord right now, but he's going to probably want to spend that meter and get himself out of there, but he ends up getting caught with something there. Able to roll out, looks for the crouching C. No dice, but is able to find Razor.
Yeah, I
Good
played
lord.
against those Techno's Elizabeth, and she's got those combos down. Knows exactly when to strike and hit you with a very long one. So
Absolutely.
she's got
great,
Liz I want someday. Let's put it that way.
great play from both players opening up this set. Ewok Lord starting to make a little bit more headway here. Finds that level 1 super. Finds the stray vapor
Oh,
cannon and
what a
closes that out.
comeback by Ewok! Unbelievable comeback by Ewok there. Ewok's really showing the strength of all that time that he's put into Maxima, and his loyalty to Maxima, I think, has really paid off.
Technocryptid's whip coming in with 2 meter. A very strong whip on Technocryptid. She has a good understanding of all the ranges that whip is strong at. Finds that special, super to close out the round. Ewok Lord. K-Dash is going to be coming in with 2 meter.
I like fighting Ewok's Maxima against Whip because I feel like he in some ways he kind of struggles against her. So
Yeah, he did. Maxima definitely does. There is a couple ranges there that he struggles with, but of course her jumping blowback can give almost anybody fits.
yeah,
And of course, she has a lot of great mix-ups as well, and they're on display right now. Technocryptid showing us all of her understanding of Whip right now. She tosses out quite a bit of those whip setup cancels and whatnot. Finds that emergency evade, going into some damage here. We might see super, but no dice. She actually was able to close it out with just the command special. Ewok Lord's Ramon's going to be coming in here with 4 meter, and Technocryptid is going to be sitting on just under 1 meter with full life with Whip. Ewok Lord has the meter to start applying pressure with the somersaults. Also look for some of those EX Tiger Roads as well. Rolls in, finds the dropkick, applying pressure in here. Finds the crouching C into the rolling back pickup, elbow, no conversion there, but finds that hard throw, going for the Birds of Paradise, trying to find that command throw from the air, but does not find it. Gets caught with the whip here. Whip goes directly into a crouching D in the special. Applies pressure with the fake whip setup. Ewok Lord still finding some good success here with Ramon, but is caught up once again. And she drops the combo there, but he does not try to get his way out of the corner. He might have to spend meter to get this pressure off of him. Goes for a command throw, misses. Eats that cross-up jumping C.
quick shout out to the chat. We got a couple comments in the chat here. The Chappy guy, that was fun. Thanks for running the tourney. Thanks so much for joining us. We really appreciate you having here. We really appreciate you joining the Discord. I can't wait to play against you. I'm playing in the lobby all the time. I just can't wait to play against you and enjoy some KOF with you. Enjoy this great game. Pap Turt, let's go Ewok. Yes, let's root for Ewok. Smoke Rodeo, get off my supers. Yeah, that's for sure. That's definitely what they were. No, Pap Turt, I am a whip main, and she is not weak. That's for dang sure. I mean, she was possibly, although Techno will disagree with this, but possibly before patch she might have been considered to be weak, but she's definitely not weak now, and she's very strong. I'd be happy if you're interested in learning about KOF, whip, and all that. I'd be happy to jump in a lobby or training room or something with you sometime and explain how she works. A knowledge check, a little bit, but she's got a lot more sauce than that, I think. Wouldn't you agree with that, Napkin?
Oh, absolutely. She definitely has. She's definitely a more difficult character to learn how to play, and it does kind of turn into a small knowledge check in regards to how cross-ups work and what kind of options she has. But yeah, a very enjoyable character to both play, learn, and play against. Technocryptid's whip is in now. Unfortunately, Elizabeth having a much harder time against Maxima this time around. Maxima was able to slow the pace down a little bit and apply a pressure that was going to be closer to the pace that Ewok Lord is comfortable with. Technocryptid having a little bit of a harder time applying some of those mix-ups with whip right now, but does find that jumping cross-up C. So it's such a strong move. I find it very strong. Even in her normal set play, she's able to apply that cross-up relatively close enough to you to make it seem like it's going to hit on the front, but it has this ambiguous hitbox that just kind of sometimes meanders its way behind you.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you, when I play whip, I hate to use the word abuse, but I lean towards using that cross-up all the time just because it's so powerful and it's so difficult for people to deal with. So.
Absolutely, it's strong play. Ewok Lord's trying to lean on some of those vapor cannons here, finding the right range. Fishes out that standing hard kick. Unfortunately, that attack angle was a little aggressive there, and Technocryptid's whip was able to dodge that. Technocryptid sitting on 3 meter. Ewok Lord's K-Dash coming in with 2. Unfortunately, whips that SRK, but does find that standing C into special. Now that jumping blowback with with Whip seems to be incredibly strong. I
I
find
use
that
it all
difficult.
the time.
Yeah.
It's
I find
very
it
hard
difficult.
for anybody to deal with that thing. I mean,
it's a
if
really
you
good
use it,
move.
you don't want to overuse it, just like anything else in this game. You don't want to overuse it because they'll get used to it.
Technically, they're
But
able to find that
very
climax.
strong. Yeah. It's interesting how strong of an air character Whip is. You know, you wouldn't think that's the case, but it is. You know, she's
Yeah, her jump-in options are great.
jumping in all over the place, mighty air blowback, etc., etc.
Finds that
You know, the only
jumping
thing
goal
is, you know,
again.
as I've been advising some of our new players who are struggling against Whip, is that you know you need if you get in up close to her, it's kind of it's not impossible for her to deal with it. It limits her options. Shout out to the chat, Nightshade, nice whip. Yeah, I agree. But most of you on the server who know me know that I'm a bit of a whip fan. So
Ewok Lord trying to find the right range against Technocrypt. Whip able to find those forward A combos into her EX setups. Once again, going for that jump-in ambiguous cross-up with a jumping C. Ewok Lord trying to find Tiger Load. Unfortunately, no dice there.
What a great fight! Mad respect to the winner!
Whip able to close that match out. Technocrypted up 2-0. Ewok Lord may have to start deciding whether or not they'd like to make any adjustments here, or if they're just going to want to keep on going with this same character setup. And it looks like Ewok Lord decided to keep with the same team. There will be no updates to team or team orientation.
shout out to the chat, Chapika. I need more whip experience. Hey, I'd be happy to give you whip experience. You know, play with you anytime.
Technocrypted starts with that uppercut, already applying pressure. I think she found a little bit more success there with a faster-paced Elizabeth, and she seems to be doing that now. Jumping in with that jumping B, light kick is a very good jump in for her. I think she can cross up with it as well, starting to apply some of that fireball pressure. Ewok Lord finds that anti-air.
As Elizabeth here is that ability to find that command normal, which is a pretty safe move actually. So that's what I always try to hit people with. Is that command normal because there's not much they can do even if it's blocked. So.
Ewok Lord finding some success there, applying pressure in the corner. Finds the crouching roundhouse. Closes out that round.
Shout out to the chat. Elizabeth is one of the best fashion characters. Yeah, I mean, that's why I play her. I play all of my characters just based on looks, basically. So that's why I chose her. Very scientific method I have for choosing my characters.
Ewok Lord opens up the round with that anti-air crouching forward C. Does not combo into super there. Gets caught by that jumping cross-up with the jumping C. Starting to move backwards now, setting on 3 meter. At any point, if he can anti-air any of those jump-ins, he can combo into big damage. Going for that chest laser, no dice. Go! Looks to set up that level 2. Finds the last hit though. Keep in mind, King of Fighters there's no auto block there. You have to choose to block every move manually.
You know, it's my dream to use Whip's Reflect for Reflect Maximus Laser once. Apparently, I saw a video of it once, and it's pretty spectacular. But
That's
I
awesome.
don't think we're going to ever see it. You got to lab it specific setup.
Now or never. Ready?
Ewok Lord's K-Dash coming in with 1 meter, looks for that SRK and finds the DP, but ends up catching EX air grab there. Fine pressure with fireballs. That anti-air whip is so strong for whip, it just catches you no matter what.
It does, but if you whiff it though, you're getting punished for full combo.
Yeah, absolutely. Goes
Which
for
is
it again,
my
but just
weakness,
misses.
always whiff it. Well, not always actually. Hit you, but,
Should be finding the EX version there. And Super, no, finds the whip attack instead. Applying pressure again, trying to find that jumping C, but ends up getting that slide.
But now
Technical
Ewok's K, I always have great respect for Ewok's K. I feel like he's got a good rhythm with K, and really, find it difficult fighting against that.
Goes for the slide, big punish here. Technically trying to find some damage here, but drops the quick max combo. Ewok Lord moving her into the corner, she's able to find the throw, gets back on a fireball pressure, jumps back over. Technocrypted looking to apply pressure, get himself out of that corner, finds a fireball there. Technocrypted's Athena has quite a bit of pressure. She has a great ability to overwhelm you with Athena pressure.
Using the Shining Crystal bit as anti-air is pretty devastating. Kay sitting on a lot of meter though. Competitor's probably going to be going for the climax. Let's see.
Catches that crouching light kick to end that round.
Techno's skill just so strong with Athena. You know, she's not jumping in on him like the way that he wants.
Ewok Lord's Ramon coming in with 5 meter. We should be seeing him try to go into climax at some point. He should be starting to fish some of those standing hard kicks, standing hard punches to see if he can go into quick max combos. This is one of the scenarios where your knowledge check of Ramon's options against fireballs is crucial. He can EX Tiger Road through fireballs, and he can level 2 super through fireballs. So this is a spot that ideally Technocryptid has scouted out.
I don't think there's much that his Tiger Road can't go through, right? Or can it be blocked?
It can be blocked, but he can go through fireballs and whatnot.
Yeah, he can go through anything though, but it can be blocked.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Excellent. Goes for the EX Tiger Road, finds the dropping headbutt.
Oh! And Ewok takes it! Incredible match there. And what's even more incredible is that, yeah, Techno is no stranger to Ramon. And I guess this goes back into what you were saying. You know, we've got at least three different Ramones in the community, and they're all played slightly differently.
Right, exactly. Fortunately, this game does allow for a great range of expression for any character. So, all of the same characters that you see are played radically differently, and that's generally dictated by how these players, process some of the information and whatnot that they're getting when they're playing.
Shout out to the chat. Let's go Ewok. Yes, let's go Ewok, and also let's go Techno. Really seeing the strength, the raw strength, brute strength of that Maximus really going.
An exciting bout from round 1.
Whip coming in with 2 meter now. Ewok Lord sitting on 0, but just under 1 meter. He's going to probably play it a little safe from the outside. No pressure just yet. Building up meter and tossing out vapor cannons here. Starts moving in with splashes. Attempting to push Technocryptid into the corner, but she's making a good effort to try to keep herself out. Finds that cross up. We're going to be seeing some no micro dash off of that EX Vapor Cannon. You do have combo options after EX Vapor Cannon, but they do require a micro run. Re-jumping with that jumping C, making it very difficult to decipher where Whip's going to land with that cross-up. Goes for the command throw, but just misses. But he has corner now. Ewok Lord is up 2 characters right now. Technocryptid is going to have to make some mean adjustments here to walk away from this one. Both characters start with the jump back. Technocryptid getting on those fireballs. Ewok Lord looking to fish out some of those blowbacks and try to fool him with some of the setups after him.
Now, given the strength of this Athena,
it's possible.
Ewok's got a huge lead here. Ewok's really adapted this match. He's come back big time.
Jumps in with that jumping light punch, moves him back into the corner, is going to start applying some Oki pressure, jumps in with light punch, trying to bait out the air vapor cannon. Starts getting moved back into the corner though. Finds that EX wake up. Fishing out those we're going to see some of this crystal ball.
That was amazing there, using it as a counter.
Excellent work by Technocryptid. Scouting out that move, starting to apply pressure with the fireballs again, moving into the corner. Ends up catching a stray move here. Ewok Lord walks away with that match. They're sitting on 2v2 now. Both players have 2 wins.
What do you think Techno's going to do now? We're 2-2. We're down to the winners final. Do you think she's going to make any adjustments to her team now?
It looks like they're going to be an order selection here from Technocryptid, which might make sense. I think that Athena might be moving to point.
Athena point. Okay, yeah, that's usually how I run Athena.
Get ready for a battle of titans.
A great deal of the issue that Technocryptid is having is her understanding of the Maxima matchup. Maxima is very difficult to deal with for Elizabeth, so I think this was a good option for her. Athena is going to have an easier time against Ewok Lord's Maxima, but
yeah,
it just depends on how Technocryptid approaches this. I would recommend more fireballs, frankly, just trying to make him work to get in. But
I
Technocryptic
always
has
find it
such a great
easier
understanding.
as Athena versus versus Maxima.
Finding the throw there. He finds again that wake up DP.
Shout out to the chat. Maxima got the Microsoft patch. That's right. I think Maxima's probably got tech even better than Microsoft, right? I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Where he gets the tech from.
Yeah, Maximo was always pretty strong. I think a lot of players slept on him, but yeah, his ability is starting to really show recently in not only our tournaments, but in tournaments across the player base. Technically,
I don't
starting
know.
to find a little bit more success.
You're a Napkin main. What do you think about this? Napkin is like Lex Luthor. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, he's quite strong. I think he definitely looks like him when he's in that power armor for sure. Ewok Lord was still able to close down Technocryptid's Athena though, so this is problematic now because he's still sitting on about 30% health. No meter right now, but he still has EX abilities here, so he could do big damage off of that EX Vapor Cannon if he's able to land it.
The super interaction, yes, I think you're talking about Athena's Maximus Super Laser versus Athena's Shining Crystal Bit. Yes, yeah, that was very skillful by Techno using that super to block it.
Yeah, absolutely. I imagine that Techno scouted that out and started thinking about what's a good way to deal with that if it came up, and it's awesome that we actually have it on tournament stream.
That's amazing. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in here. I don't know if you've watched Arslan Ash when he used to play Athena, but he would use that as an anti all the time. Which is kind of my dream, to be able to be so good at it to just do its own reaction like that. Get blocked by Maxes.
Big damage in the corner for Ewok Lord. Finding some corner combos with K Dash. Watch out now, Technocryptic getting back out though, but still getting pressure applied. Standing C to close out that round. Ewok Lord is up 2 characters now. Technocryptid's Anchor is going to be coming in with 3 meter. And this is going to be Whip. Well, can Whip carry this whole thing? This is a very, very challenging, position to be in. Technocryptid's going to probably have to take a very careful approach here. Unfortunately, gets crossed up, but no full conversion there on that attempt by Ewok Lord. Ewok Lord gets pushed back out of the corner, finds that DP, looking for some Oki, finds a jumping light punch into the corner, but does not convert fully. But Technocryptid's on shaky legs right now. Ewok Lord putting tons of pressure in. Technocryptid finds his jumping light kick. No conversion there. Going in with those jumping blowbacks, applying pressure, moving to the corner, finds the cross-up. We're going into big damage territory now. She's going to spend whatever meter she can. Ewok Lord with the wake-up super rolling out. Big damage here. We might be able to close this round out if he can find the right damage here. If not, he's going to put him in a good position to do so. Oki time finds that jumping C, closing out the round. Incredible play by Technocryptid.
Yeah, I know Ewok has fought my Whip many times, and possibly it's given him a little bit of an edge in knowing some of the movesets and what to do.
Jumping blowbacks by Ewok Lord, finds the running somersault. Excellent read there by Ewok Lord. Very difficult to read that. Ewok Lord walking away with that victory. Excellent adjustments here. Congratulations to Ewok Lord on such a great set.
Shout out to the chat. Girth Murph. Yeah, welcome. Definitely.
Next up is going to be Losers Finals. Technocryptid versus Eddie Anguiano. Match for the ages. We do see these players go up against each other quite a bit. They have met up with each other in our community quite a bit. They play a lot of sets together, so this should be very interesting.
Well, I think it really will be. And remember, there's going to be a bracket reset, so either one of these players might be able to come back to challenge Ewok again.
Our players getting prepared, currently getting set up in the lobby. And just a reminder to our viewers, if you're interested in learning more about King of Fighters or would like to find more players to get some casual and serious matches in, please feel free to visit us at FGC Boomers. You'll see the URL on the screen and in the Twitch channel information. We're always open to having new players and welcoming new players who want to learn the game. So please feel free to visit us if you'd like to play some King of Fighters with the group.
Again, any of you on the Discord, and any of you watching on Twitch who aren't members of our Discord yet, definitely check us out. We've not only got the strong King of Fighters, we've also got an emerging Samurai Showdown scene. We've got people playing retro games on Fightcade quite a bit, very enjoyable games. We've got a strong Street Fighter scene, we've got Guilty Gear, we've got miscellaneous other stuff, and we've just got fun chat and everything. So definitely check us out. Got a comment from the chat again. Love how pro the Boomer season is. I agree. Definitely got to give a shout out to King Giovanni for doing such an excellent job with all these graphics and running the tournament and everything. And anyone else who's involved in this tournament, commentating, helping organize things, etc.
Absolutely. We love putting on great events for our community, and we're really happy that we have our members and other viewers visiting us to check out these great sets of matches.
And again, for those of you listening, we've not only got this event happening today, we've got several more fun events happening soon. We've got a Rivals Series event where we're going to take 2 of our community members and pit them against each other in long sets, watching them adapt and play against each other. That should be a lot of fun with commentary. We've also got some live training sessions will be coming up covering topics in King of Fighters, I believe, starting with, and Nap can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe starting with a series on movement in King of Fighters and how it differs from other fighting games.
Absolutely. We are planning on starting with an introductory walkthrough for movement, jumping, and just basic King of Fighters theory. And this is going to be something that's helpful for people that are trying to learn the game and seeing how some of what they know from previous fighting games can apply to King of Fighters and how some of that might change. You can generally find this kind of stuff anywhere, but it's a fun way to kind of talk and go over some stuff, ask some questions while we're on the stream, and we can test things out live. Real fun, interactive way to learn the game. And you can follow along on the screen while you're playing in training mode on your end. Fun stuff coming up for some of the more educational and community-driven mentorship sort of facets of FGC Boomers.
Got the FGC Boomers
The merge
going on. Yep.
Yep.
Shout out from this one is from the tournament chat. Proud of Maxima. Yeah, they definitely think that's a strong Maxima, and I think Maxima's got a lot of sauce.
Absolutely. Maxima's gameplay is really starting to open up. I think a lot more players within our community and other communities are starting to explore some of the options that he has and how he can counter some of the more typical characters that you see within competitive King of Fighters. I've always believed that Maxima had the juice, and I'm really glad that we have players like Ewok showing off what kind of options Maxima has and how those can be utilized in competitive play.
I really think that his armor is kind of a game changer, because I think so many game plans in this game are built upon getting in those initial hits, and the armor just shuts those down. You almost have to play a different game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think once we start moving into the more mid-level to advanced level strategies with Maxima, you start kind of opening up some of this kit. And you'll start seeing that he can apply crazy pressure on Oki, crazy pressure at mid-range, and crazy pressure close up. And of course, his options at far ranges with lasers to combat some of the ranging that he kind of runs into with zoning characters are also really helpful options. And then, of course, all kinds of crazy setups off of armor. We still aren't seeing a lot more utilization of standing hard kick, sacrifice kicks into quick max, which is something that you'll see sometimes. At least in our casuals, you can sacrifice kick that standing hard kick, take a hit to the armor, and then immediately go into quick max for crazy damage. He has options, and I believe that as people start exploring that character more, and even some of the other characters, we're going to see that they're very viable. We have a similar phenomenon with Whip and Ramon and Billy within our own community. Where we see players that can utilize some of these characters that were otherwise believed to be struggling within the meta, carrying a good deal of their weight on almost any team that they're placed on. And I think that's it shows just how versatile the game mechanics in King of Fighters 15 are, and how the multiple characters per team still allow for even low tier characters to do well within competitive play.
Yeah, I think some of these characters, it might take a little more labbing. The tech might be a little bit, more out of the way. You might have to look for it. But, certainly you can have fun with any of these characters. I mean, certainly at least at a casual level, for sure.
Right, absolutely. And I think as new players start getting acquainted with King of Fighters 15 and how the gameplay generally goes, they'll start spreading out into other characters. And I think that some of these characters like Billy, like Ramon, they have a very different feel to them. Maxima is another character that's just like that. You don't really have a lot of options like that in other fighting games, where you have these hybrid grappling / zoning / mid-range counter characters. Maxima tends to cover a lot of bases. His toolkit is very vast. But yeah, again, it kind of creates one of those scenarios where you have a character that needs to have a little bit more time put in the lab to see success with.
Okay, looks like we had a little bit of incident which here has been resolved. Techno, I thought it was a single elimination, but Techno will be coming back soon, so we're good. We're going to be good.
Excellent. Our players will start getting set up here, and we'll start moving into that losers final.
As a reminder to everybody here, there's the possibility for bracket reset, which means that losing one match does not mean that you can't take the whole tournament. And we've had a number of bracket resets, at our previous tournaments.
Yeah, absolutely. We have seen a couple bracket resets in the past, and it always makes for some excellent competitive match play. I believe we're probably going to be seeing some pretty intense finals here. We have a finals both in losers and in winners that are just full of killers right now. So I'm really excited to see how this one plays out.
I got some fun comments from the tournament chat here. It looks like some people are not huge Athena fans. I don't understand that though. How could you not be an Athena fan?
Yeah, it's that King of Fighters anti-zoner, anti-zoner mentality. It's hard to deal with zoners.
Yeah.
But after you learn the game a little bit more, you kind of start learning that they have their own rhythm and their own pace to stuff. And once you start learning how to counter them, it actually helps you learn King of Fighters even more. It's such a rewarding game, and it's definitely something that keeps me coming back to it time and time again. All right, our players are picking levels and picking orders. It looks like the teams are set up. We're going to have Orochi Shermie twice hanging out here. TechnoCryptid has Shermie on anchor as well, so we have Orochi Yashiro and Orochi Shermie on the same team here. So we're going to be seeing some pretty interesting play here.
quick shout out to the chat. The raffle is going to end soon, so be sure to get to respond to King Geo if you want that chance to win Street Fighter V Championship Edition.
Technocryptid opting to go with Oshermi at point, but not getting too crazy with the zoning here. It looks like she's starting to move back now and set up her options now. Eddie Anguiano starting to close the distance. The jumping hard kick, such a good move.
You know, those lightning kisses that Oshermi have, just really useful for just space control, you know?
Oh, absolutely. And I think that in this particular scenario, she might want to use the same options that she was using with other rushdown characters. They're just placing them out in front of her and making that opponent deal with that new obstacle that's in front of them.
Oh, Yashiro, very, very strong character. Can do quite a lot of damage for a pretty small amount of meter.
Right. Technocryptid looking for some re-jump options here, trying to get that jump series to open up Eddie Anguiano, but finds that standing throw to close out the round. Eddie Anguiano has Oshermi going to be coming in with 2 meter. Technocryptid sitting on 1 at just over 50% health. Starting to pop out those electric kisses, dealing with some of that fireball pressure from Eddie Anguiano. Eddie Anguiano getting that side switch. Finds the sweep, starting to apply pressure with that overhead.
Got the mirror match here between the Oshermis. This is pretty fun to watch.
Anguiano able to open her up.
Yeah, this is a character I personally think I'm interested in possibly at some point giving a try. I think she's kind of my style.
Oh yeah, a very cool looking character, has a very interesting moveset, and she's very different from regular Shermie as well. So it's very much
I like
a different character.
Shermie too, but you know, as a man, you know, more as fun. But so Shermie looks really interesting.
Technocryptid doing a good job ranging out some of the fireball options from Eddie Anguiano. She finds that jumping blowback attack, catching a couple fireballs for her pressure, but for her troubles, but starts opening her up, finds that cross up, going into some big damage now, finds the EX special, and goes into super. Tons of damage there.
Yeah.
Finds the ground throw.
With those whip combos. So whip, for those of you not familiar with the character, whip, many of her special moves, she can actually hold them and then release them. And Techno is master at briefly holding and then releasing, which really confuses your opponent.
Technocryptid stuck in the corner, was able to get that emergency guard attack. Starting to apply pressure again, moving in with a couple different range jumping C's, finds the jumping B. Closes out that round. Technocryptid is going to be sitting at 0 meter with Eddie Anguiano's Shermie coming in with 4. Again, Shermie with meter is always dangerous, and of course we still have a serious match on our hands if Technocryptid is not able to quell some of the pressure that he's going to get from Eddie Anguiano's Shermie.
Gonna have to see if Shermie can get in and get that. What is it we call it? We call it the one-touch Shermie, right?
Yeah, she does. She has that ability, especially with those crazy cross-up elbows. Applying pressure in the corner now. Technocryptid ends up catching a jumping kick. Eddie Anguiano using those jumping attacks to stop some of that jump pressure that Technocryptid was applying. Technocryptid's Athena coming in now, a super aggressive Athena from Technocryptid generally. So we should be able to see some pretty fun play here. Finds that DP going into super, tons of damage off of that, getting right back onto the fireballs.
You know, Athena's interesting because usually, you know, beginning to mid-level Athenas are, you know, usually for like zoners who will, you know, sit back and throw things, but you know, hers, it's very, very in your face. And you know, if you watch pros play Athena, it's pretty similar too.
We might be seeing big damage coming out here. And Climax is opening up here. Technocryptid probably will not die off of this, but it's going to be a very serious situation that she's in now. Goes for super.
Oh!
Finds that range, gets back on the fireballs.
Oh, this is tense. This is close. Who's going to take it?
Which is in the corner now, able to escape. Finding that jumping back dash.
Oh! Athena with the Psycho Sword takes it.
Excellent adjustments there by Technocryptid. She's up 1-0.
But what a performance by Eddie Anguiano there. What play. Yeah, this is an example of, in our meta, you know, the play that we've been doing back and forth. This is an example.
Both players choosing to go with the same characters and orientation.
Okay, quick reminder from the chat, a raffle sign up will be ending shortly, so if you want your chance to win a copy of Street Fighter V Championship Edition, enter as soon as you can, for Discord members only.
And Yano finding a little bit more success with those jumping hard kicks. Able to keep Technocrypted relatively close to the corner, but she's able to escape.
Gonna have to see if Oshermi can repel some of this pressure. Oh, Yashiro, really difficult character to deal with it if he gets in.
Yeah, some of his jumping attacks are really strong. That EX can go through fireballs. It just has options, and Lady Anguiano is using them to his advantage. Technocrypted, although she knows the matchup, still struggling to capitalize on the range that's best for Oshermi. Technocrypted's whip is going to be coming in with 2 meter now. Lady Anguiano sitting on just under 50% meter, but has about 60% of his health. Backdashes, jumping in with that hammer. Finds that neutral jumping hard kick. Technocrypted starting the jump series. Just misses with that cross-up jumping C.
Oh.
Eddie Anguiano is not able to wrap up that combo. Technocrypted finds the overhead there into the cross-up.
Oh.
Big damage here.
What a combo. Gonna have to write that one down.
Both players are down their point characters, sitting on their mids. Technocrypted just over 90% health, both characters sitting on 2 meter. Eddie Anguiano's Oshermi's up to that. Some mix-ups there with Technocrypted's whip, looking to find that jumping C again. Gets countered with crouching C with Oshermi. Still such a strong anti-air. Once again, finds that jumping C. It's such a difficult move to read. Massive damage there. Finds that OTG. Losing a bit with that whip. Cancels the whip. She's stuck in the corner now, starting to work her way out. Going for the re-jump series. And Eddie Anguiano is able to get some big damage here.
Combo! Oh, but drops this climax.
Saving that meter for Shermi. I think it was a wise choice. Very strategic application of some of these.
Yeah, there's a lot of strategy with that too. You know, it's like, I find myself when I play this game, like just to give you an example, like right, Mai has an EX move and has a normal version, right? I mean, it's like so I always finish with the EX, but you know, it probably would be smarter to finish with just the normal one sometimes and save the meter for next round.
Oh right, absolutely. Because now Eddie Anguiano has a situation where Shermi's a constant threat, and she can just try to apply some basic fundamentals here to try to get rid of Technocrypted's whip. But Technocrypted has such a great understanding of this matchup, but unfortunately is unable to capitalize on that. No damage done in that round.
We're going into Athena, and I know that
Final round. Ready?
Athena's been taking a lot of matches today.
Anguiano opens up with a throw, starts moving in with some pressure. Athena trying to find some range there. Finds the throw there. Anguiano starting to go in with some pressure. Tries to bait out that wake up throw.
Should be sitting on 4 meter here. But Techno's Athena. She's really strong.
Joe trying to find the range to land those spin kicks. There's the elbow.
There we go.
Massive damage.
That's it. Athena is.
Yeah, this will be a wrap. Eddie Anguiano is going to go up 1. We're going to be sitting at a tie in losers finals.
Like we finally got our revenge on Athena there. That quote.
Both characters seem to be sticking with their current character selections. They're going to be going directly into a rematch.
Yeah, neither one. Both of our competitors have decided that those are the ideal matchups that they want.
Round 1. Ready?
Shout out from the touch. Let's go Cryptid. Let's go Cryptid. And Eddie. Both of our competitors here.
Eddie Anguiano starting to apply additional pressure. They're moving Technocrypted into the corner. She's tossing out some of those electric kisses there. Is able to escape the corner. Gets caught by that sweep. Just misses that jumping overhead. Attacking with some jumping drop kicks here. Gets caught with the crouching C.
Setting 1-1 here. Both of our competitors putting on a very strong performance here. Gonna have to basically, we're just gonna have to see who comes out on top. If you look at the way that these cross-ups are being blocked, just amazing skill here.
Yeah, great defense by Technocryptid. She has a good idea of how to deal with some of this Oyashiro pressure.
Yeah, I would have been
Moving into the corner, we're going to be seeing some pretty big damage here. Setting up Hiroki, but gets caught by that crouching C. Still has corner advantage here, but looks like Eddie Anguiano is moving his way out. I mean, good success with that crouching C. It's a good anti-air. Finds the throw, command throw to end that round.
took it out, but took quite a bit of damage in that round too. So.
Whip coming in for Technocryptid at 1 meter. Eddie Anguiano is going to be sitting at just under 20% health. He has 2 meter as well, still finding room to toss in that crouching C. It's doing good work for him. Finds that EX overhead throw. He's going to start doing some damage here. We might see the EX throws into damage here for the super. Nope.
I played Whip against Oyash. Always felt like Oyash, would kind of have a hard time getting in against her. But I guess we're not seeing that here.
Yeah, and Technocryptid able to close out that round. She was able to find a stray attack there to link into EX whips. Anguiano has Shermy coming in with 3 meter. I can see a very similar strategy starting to play out here. He's going to start sitting on some of that meter just to make sure that Shermy is locked and loaded in the event that she comes in.
Look at the hitbox on that 2C
Yeah.
by Sherby there. Hit her.
Wake up Electric Kiss for Whip closes out the round. Eddie Anguiano up 2-1 right now. Asuna is going to be the last character on the team. She is sitting on 3 meter, but Eddie Anguiano is already building the case for level 5 Shermy. But he's spending some of that meter to start doing some heavy damage going into climax now. Technocryptid is going to be in a bad spot after this.
Eddie Anguiano having a lot of great success with this full Orochi team. Whenever I played against him, I wasn't sure if he was just kind of testing, if they were his fun characters or.
Yeah, definitely putting some time into him.
Yeah, I think he was serious.
No conversion there.
So
Unfortunately,
I know.
two spots there where there was no conversions for Technocryptid. Getting back on those fireballs, able to find that air there, finds that crouching low. That's a very tricky mix-up. Going into super.
Oh!
Excellent work here by Technocryptid. Wonderful reads here. This should be closing out this round.
Still got Shermy to go through. So
Yeah,
that's gonna be a
Technocryptid's
difficult
probably
job.
going to... Yeah, I think Technocryptid is going to be just under 30% health when she comes back. Eddie Anguiano full health, of course, with 1 meter.
Final round. Ready?
So I've always been curious. I use it a lot when a few times I mess with Shermy. Her EX whip is able to cut through fireballs, but I almost never see anybody using that. Do you have any insight there? Do people just not use it, or is it?
It might just be one of those scenarios where they don't utilize it because they're not spending the meter on that. Anytime something's meter reliant, it kind of opens up it opens it up to the question as to whether or not the meter could be used more efficiently, or if that meter is better used at this particular moment more efficiently. So, and of course the whole playstyle thing is really big in King of Fighters. Some people just don't use certain moves as often because a lot of characters have a wide range of useful moves, and they might have just built their play around a specific subset of moves.
Understood, yeah. I mean, I always got to think, is that half meter worth it, or do I want to do something else with it? I guess that's part of the strategy of this game.
Right, absolutely. But then again, sometimes it's okay to just toss it out when someone's not expecting it and then add that to the cognitive load of what they have to deal with now. And this is one of those scenarios where maybe that would be helpful. Eddie Anguiano once again getting in putting in that work with Orochi Yashiro, jumping in with those aggressive jump-ins there with Oyashiro right now. He's getting some good mileage out of that jumping hard kick. Finding it again. Goes for that throw, but now he's cornered. Gets that guard canceled again with that pressure. Pretty relentless with Orochi Yashiro at this point.
Yeah, the pressure from Oyashiro is pretty incredible. Definitely one of the game's premier grapplers.
For sure. Orochi Shermy now is trying to slow down the match a bit. was able to find a pace that's a little bit better suited for this matchup. It might have been as a result of those flip flips causing a little bit of trouble.
Oh.
Jumping hard kick.
She goes down.
Tough pressure there. Eddie Anguiano seems to be coming in with just under 30% health, no meter, but Technocryptid sitting on 1.
Yeah, with the strength of Techno's whip, we'll have to see how this goes.
Absolutely, but she's getting caught with those stray jump-ins. This is not going to be good. We're going to be seeing some pretty mean damage off of this. And he's still going to have that corner advantage. We should probably be seeing some wake-up crouching hits. Going right back into that jump pressure, able to escape out of the corner. Eddie Anguiano with a pair of throws that were very helpful.
Oh!
Cross-up.
Oh! Getting hit with this cross-up.
Technocryptid is not challenging those hopping attacks with standing jab or neutral hop Bs. Problematic here. They're ripe for the picking.
Yeah, that's something I need to get better at myself.
Athena coming in with 2 meter. Eddie Anguiano still on his point character, but no meter, sitting at just over 30% health. Technocryptid going really aggressive right now, going into level 2 super, getting rid of Orochi Yashiro once and for all. Get him out of here. Technocryptid is not having it. Sitting on 0 meter right now, but full life. Eddie Anguiano's Oshermi's coming in with 2 meter. Technocryptid doesn't have a lot of meter to apply a crazy amount of pressure right now.
Yeah. Yeah, she's really playing a point Athena right now, actually, instead of an anchor one.
Right. Well, with no meter there, it's gonna be a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
Smart use of that of the hip attack there, was pushing herself back out of range, and knowing that Eddie Anguiano didn't have too many options for chasing her down, still applying the pressure in the corner, finds that air dive. Air dive series is doing good work for her.
The Pinchy is definitely one of the Athena's best moves.
That super is spent. Does great damage there. She might want to move to a more conservative approach here and try to save Athena for Shermie, but Eddie Anguiano is having none of it. Going directly into super. We're looking at climax at this point. We're going to be seeing some heavy damage here. And that'll wrap it up. Eddie Anguiano.
And Eddie Anguiano takes it and goes on to face Ewok in the bracket reset.
Congratulations to Technocryptid. Excellent
Wonderful,
play.
excellent play by all of our players.
Technocryptid showing
job.
us great work on her review. We'll be going into winners grand finals here.
Shout out to the chat. Oh, we're getting ready to raffle off our free copy of King Street Fighter V Championship Edition. And once again, question out to the chat. You know, if you wanted a KOF related item, game, or some such thing to be given away, you know, what would it be? Go ahead and mention it on the chat if you're interested.
Strong play from all of our competitors today. I'm really happy that we're getting a chance to see some of these Orochi characters show some of their stuff. Really enjoyable for competitive play, and I'm glad that our viewers get a chance to see the level of play that we have at FGC Boomers.
Shout out to King Bugs on the chat. What I'm saying is, you know, if we were to give away lottery or something, give away some KOF related game in the future, what would you think it should be? And shout out from the chat, Eddie Anguiano has won our lottery. Congratulations, Eddie. You get a free copy of Street Fighter V Championship Edition.
Congratulations to Eddie Anguiano. Thanks for participating.
So on our server, we're mostly playing King of Fighters 15, but there's actually quite a few games in this series, and you know, I'm new to the series. I started with 15, but you know, kind of been talking to KOF fans, some of our fans on the server, about different games, and I picked a copy of 2002 Ultimate Matchup. That's also a fun game. So that's an example of some of the other King of Fighters games that we're playing once in a while on the server. I think somebody else was playing 98, and I'm not sure what else.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's always going to be options for playing some of the older King of Fighters games on Fightcade or from any of the collections that are available on PC and current consoles. You are going to find a lot of people playing 2K2 Ultimate Match and 98 Unlimited Match, which are absolutely fantastic games that I'll recommend to any fighting game enthusiast. But we're also trying to get some old school King of Fighters in the Thursday Quarters Up series as well. Ideally, we'll get some Neo Geo King of Fighters 98 vanilla and some 2K2 vanilla, and I'd be all about some 96 or 97 to kind of get those old school guys involved with the King of Fighters. A lot of fun stuff coming up with SNK games, exploring some other SNK options like Real Bout or Fatal Fury Special or Samurai Showdown 5 Special. Yeah, please, if you guys are involved in the community and you have any older SNK games that you'd be interested in playing, I think our community is more than open to giving them a shot. So, toss us your suggestions. We'll be more than happy to set something up.
So next Friday, we've also got a Samurai Showdown tournament coming up that I'll be playing in. I believe Napkin will be commentating on. So that's an example, of another great game, which we're playing on the server. And, I know this is KOF tournament, but I just talked briefly about Samurai Showdown, which is a really beginner-friendly game. A little slower paced, but has really great mechanics and depth and a lot of unique stuff. Great characters, etc. It's definitely worth out, and it's been picking up quite a bit on our Discord as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And although we are very focused on King of Fighters 15 right now, our King of Fighters channel is, very open to other SNK options, and we do have room for and players that are interested in playing some of these older games as well. So please feel free to sound off in the Discord if you're looking for matches on some of these older games. We have a lot of people playing on Fightcade. We have a lot of people playing on Steam that love to jam on some of these gold games, including myself. But that being said, Samurai Showdown on Friday. If you're not going to play, come watch it. That game's super fun, very hype. But speaking of hype, we got Eddie Anguiano and Ewok Lord in Grand Finals. Some serious matches coming up here. Eddie Anguiano coming from the losers bracket. Ewok Lord has not been sent to losers bracket. Will we have a reset? Let's see what we got going here. Ewok Lord coming in with his base team of Maxima, K-Dash, and Ramon. And then, of course, Eddie Anguiano with some of that Orochi action. Do we still have Shermie on Anchor? I hope so.
Going into this matchup
We
with
do!
Ewok Lord not familiar with Orochi Shermie, apparently, so that's going to be very interesting to see how he deals with her.
Those electric kisses a little bit more of a problem for Maxima. Let's see if Ewok Lord has a hard time getting past them. Already some pressure applied there. She's popping those, and the Anguiano's popping out those electric kisses, making an obstacle for Ewok Lord to deal with. Ewok Lord with that shoulder ram, spacing it just right so he's not punishable. Runs in, rolls, catches a kick right in its face. Jump in lands, but no conversion there. Just late on the conversion, jumping light punch for Ewok Lord, and didn't check the air vapor cannon. Tosses one out for fun though.
Alright, light kisses going out.
Finds the jumping light punch into hard punch, but no conversion there.
Oh,
Big damage coming up here from Eddie Anguiano.
Shermie.
That kiss is waiting for him on wake up. Finds it on.
Oh!
Yeah. Eddie
Kiss of
Anguiano
death.
shutting down that Maxima early on. K-Dash is going to be coming in with 2 meter. Anguiano sitting on 0, but just over 90% health. Ewok Lord has the meter, though, to put some serious damage on Anguiano if he's able to open him up. Anguiano coming in with a little bit of additional pressure that finds a flip kick, but no damage. Starting to deal with some of his own block strings now. Ewok Lord gets in with that flank kick, moves him into the corner. This is where K-Dash does some big damage. Ewok Lord's always able to capitalize on this stuff. Good success rates usually on his conversion. He does a ton of damage, still applying pressure in the corner. This is looking really hairy for Eddie Anguiano right now. Trying to find an answer. Finds that elbow.
Woo!
Big damage coming up here. Drops the combo. They're looking for another elbow. No cross up on that elbow. She's not going to find that elbow on the backside there in the corner. Looking for once again over jump there.
He's
No
sitting on
slide
3
free walk
meters.
Ewok Lord went for the fake slide there, didn't find it, but this time he did go for it, finds the uppercut, going to, with that fireball pressure on the roll. Excellent play by Ewok Lord, making some impressive reads there. And Guiano having to adjust to some of this stuff.
You.
Geese coming in,
He's
sitting on 2
coming
meter.
back.
Ewok
Gotcha.
Lord with 3 meter.
The Twitch chat favorite, Geese, is making another appearance.
And Guiano's going to have to avoid that corner if he doesn't want to have to deal with that heavy pressure, but Ewok Lord is no stranger to this matchup. He's moving him slowly to that corner. That dash is pushing him in. He's in the danger zone now. Oki's going to potentially set up some huge problems. Pushing him into the corner.
Three times
throws
in a row. Oh, crazy.
None of those moving to the back corner, though. I would have recommended moving him back in there, but it's okay because he's starting to move him back over. And Guiano not having it, finding that air slash, pushing it back into the corner, closing out that round.
That wall
Great
bounce from
reads
Geese
there.
is just brutal.
Ewok Lord with those mind games, getting 3 throws in a row.
Burn to fight.
But once again, Ewok Lord sitting on 5 meter with Ramon. Maximum meter gives him maximum options. He can assault with that somersault, and the EX somersault is super duper fast. He's also going to have those options for EX Tiger Road, which he has now, looking for that cross chop. Gets his jumping blowback countered, finds Tiger Neck Chancery, going back in, goes for another one, catches a standing C, running back in, trying to make distance there, looking and fishing for that crouching C, breaks into Quick Max. We're going to be seeing, oh no,
climax
superhero! No, he missed it, and he went for that overhead, but didn't capitalize on it. He actually landed it, but did not do the pickup. Finds the drop
Oh,
Time to go bigger.
kick. And he's
Ewok
still
Lord's
sitting on
definitely
meter.
still in it, but he's got to
Yeah.
get past Shermie and the one touch of death.
Yeah, he didn't drop the combo. He decided mid combo not to go for it so that he could have meter for Shermie. This was a good strategic, good strategy on Ewok Lord's side, and I think he decided that mid combo, which just shows how aware he was of his current situation. And yeah, finding those throws. We're gonna see if he's gonna go into climax. This could be problematic. Big damage here with that climax. He's sitting on just under 40% damage. Can this kill? I'm saying no, but I could be wrong. Oh, it did kill him because it was raw. Very
Shout out
good
to the
combat
chat.
there.
Yeah, I mean, consider if you really enjoy watching this, yeah, consider signing up for King Kyo's Twitch channel, supporting all of the great events that we have here at this Discord.
And Guiano able to capitalize on that stray throw that he caught, went directly into super and directly into climax, wrapping that match up. And Guiano up 1-0. Ewok Lord gonna have to make some adjustments here, but still impressive play from both competitors.
Yeah, very strong play from Ewok Lord. Now Ewok Lord's got familiarity with Shermie, so we'll see how that works out for him.
Time for adjustments. Let's see what Ewok Lord can do. Keeping out a little bit, but you don't want to give her an opportunity to set up too much of an option. She finds the cross up, pushing him into the corner now is going to be harder. You don't want to work from far range with Maxima. He's back in though. He's going to be applying pressure, moving his way in, gets the corner, gets caught with that crouching C, cross up there, but no capitalizing on that cross up from Eddie Guiano. Gets caught by that sliding throw, gets pushed right back into the corner, looking for that jumping light punch for the counter air to air.
Time for Super Laser Punish. Nope.
And Eddie Guiano finds standing hard kick, catching Ewok Lord in the air, closing out that round. Ewok Lord's K-Dash coming with 2 meter, and once again, it's that same situation. That corner pressure is going to lead to big damage if Eddie Guiano is not able to deal with some of that pressure. Finds a throw, keeps him in the corner, backdash into fireball setups. Ewok Lord pushing his way back out. They were staying at long range, but they're going right back into it. Overhead, they're going to be finding some damage here. Pushes him into the corner, sets up the electric kiss, catches him on the inside with a third one this time, finds the crouching roundhouse, sets up the fireball.
Eddie Guiano's putting in a lot of work this match.
Yeah, he should be finding a win here though. Able to close that out with that level 1 super.
Player 2 wastes no time evening the score.
And Anguiano's Geese is going to be coming with 3 meter. Ewok Lord sitting at just under 30% health with 2 meter can still do a ton of damages if he's able to move Geese into the position that would be best for Ewok Lord's K-Dash. But he has great success at positioning his opponents, so we'll see if he can do it. Eddie Anguiano actually has the advantage here in the corner, applying pressure with those air Repukins.
Yeah.
Not allowing Ewok Lord to approach, but he's able to thread the lead and gets him into the corner.
Oh!
No full conversion there, but a ton of damage. Was able to close it out, though.
Fool.
Anguiano was good job for Eddie Anguiano waiting out that storm there. Ewok Lord has an incredibly aggressive K-Dash. Ramon sitting on 3 meter now. A very uphill battle. He's probably not going to want to use too much of that meter, but he can't convert into huge damage without it. The option here is going to be a lot of good exchanges or one big exchange and then no meter for the next round. We'll see if he uses it here. He might go into level 2 here. He has chosen to do so. We're going to be seeing an OTG flip here. We need to see the setup for the Oki. He's going for an empty jump, gets caught into a throw. Oh, he tries to go for a throw, gets caught in the combo. We're going to be seeing in the level 2 super here. Rushing him down this time, jumping back hard kick, crouching roundhouse. Goes for the headbutt.
Oh.
No canceling from those. Dealing with some of that Geese pressure. Finds a Tiger Neck Chancery going for the flip kick. It's rolled out of. Finds it once again. There's a little bit of a reset there. They're feeling each other out now. Too far for that EX Tiger Road. No dice. Eddie Anguiano closes out the show. 2-0 in grand finals. Ewok Lord is very close to having this bracket reset.
Now we're gonna have to see going into the next one whether Ewok Lord sticks with the same team or whether he mixes it up a bit.
I think he's gonna stick with the same team this time. He has an opportunity to take it as far as he can with this because he can have the bracket reset on him, and then he might start making some of those harder options.
Well, I guess we got our answer. The other characters just experimentation, but sticking with the basics.
This time he's able to move into the corner very quickly, finds that throw counter. Anti-air mistimes that Vapor Cannon afterwards. Oh, no punish there on that kiss. Gets caught with that jumping CD. Elbow this time into some big damage. Flip kicks are coming. Misses it. Gets caught with the electric kiss. Finds the anti-air DP. Pushing him back into the corner. Some stray Vapor Cannons is not able to time that blowback as the anti-air. Building some meter there. No dice on that jumping splash. Pushing him back into the corner. Opts to try to catch him with that crouching C armor. No.
I was just thinking with Maximus' size, those lightning kiss traps are probably hurting him more than other characters, right?
Yeah,
His hurt box is probably large. Yeah.
Very much so.
Feels like a small character like Chris could evade between those.
Absolutely, and unfortunately, he has no options around that outside of the lasers. But that might be something that he could be thinking about just to try to dissuade Eddie Anguiano from using those. But now K-Dash is on the job. He's looking to move Shermie into the corner, or at the very least open her up a little bit. Cross up elbow. Good defense by Ewok Lord. Uses the DP but ends up getting whiffing, but no big damage conversion on that. He's very fortunate there. Looking to open him up with the jump kicks. Over jumps there accidentally. Goes for the slide, pushing Eddie Anguiano to the corner again with a stray SRK, but this time he's able to find it into some damage. Jumps over. Goes into that kick once again. Jump series of jumping light punches, still applying pressure into the corner. This is the spot where it starts getting really dangerous. Anguiano is able to change that, flip it around. Now he's the one applying pressure, lets him out. Oh, that jumping elbow is such a good cross-up.
K-Dash has got 4 meter. I know that Ewok Lord is really skilled at going into that climax. I don't think I've seen it yet though on stream today, have we?
I think I have not, no.
No,
he's
okay.
been opting to go into level 2 supers on some of those, but a lot of times characters that died prior to that, or they'd be knocked out prior to that. But Anguiano's he's coming in with 4 meter right now. He's got the options to do a lot of damage.
Counter!
He can start fishing out those counters a bit more because he has the meter to do so.
Too predictable.
Jumping roundhouse. Ramon coming in with 5 meter. Ramon's going to be locked and loaded. He should be able to start dumping out damage. I would recommend that he spends it if he can.
Let's see if Ramon can do it. Tiger Road.
There it was. able to find that splash, but could not close him. Got the Tiger Neck Chancery, starting to deal with some of that Eddie Anguiano geese pressure. Once again, pushing him away. Gets himself out of the corner, finds the jumping blowback, pushes him into the corner once again, tries up the somersault, gets kicked in the face. Oof. Fishes out that roundhouse in case he jumped. Goes for a high blowback, finds the throw, goes for a Birds of Paradise, nobody home. Jumps over that. Oh, that was a very well spaced and timed jump on that fireball. It's a shame he couldn't find it. Quick max combos from Eddie Anguiano with Geese. We're going to be seeing some massive damage off the climax.
Ah, and that ends it.
Resetting the bracket. Ewok Lord is now going to be resetting the bracket. We're going to be resetting, going for another first 3. Now, can Ewok Lord adjust from this at this point? And Anguiano has a good handle on his main team. The option is going to be to keep on going with it, change order, or try secondary teams.
Well, that's a great question. I have seen Ewok experiment with some other characters, and he's done really well. But he seems to, want to go back to, this kind of comfort level. And I think playing in tournaments, I think you really want to go with your comfort.
He might want to change order here and go with the same team, but it looks like he's going to be using the same team. Maybe he goes to... No, he's ride or die with this team.
Ride or die. I see.
I respect it.
Well, that Maxima has a history of doing so much damage in round 1 that it's hard to break that.
We're in the grand finals reset here between Eddie Anguiano and Ewok Lord. Incredible play and adjustments from both competitors today. They're going to lay it out on the line right now. Same order, same characters. Extreme confidence by Eddie Anguiano, and Ewok Lord feels that he can solve this puzzle.
Going to be interesting to see, is Maxima going to mix up his play a little bit differently this time to try to knock out Shermie, get a character advantage.
He does find that CD this time, goes for that overhead mix-up. Unfortunately, that costs him. Dealing with those electric kiss setups now. Finds that EX throw, backs him right back into the corner. Rolls out, but he is able to find that Vapor Cannon combo. I would suggest at this point, if he's not able to open him up, to at least start building meter off of those fireballs she's shooting at. Just using the just defense option to build a little bit of meter might be helpful.
Couldn't Maxima be punishing all of her projectiles with his super laser?
Absolutely could.
He could, okay.
Yeah, and he would have. He had the options there at any point, especially with that electric kiss. It takes her a long time to set those up, and if any of them are in the wrong position when he's setting them up, that would be ideal. And in those kinds of situations, it's to his benefit to position himself between those between the points that she can lay them out, right? Because at any point, her only option will be to either position one where he's not going to be, or just go with the normal fireball, which he's going to fire through anyway. It's a tough read and a tough situation to win out on, but he definitely had the option. Eddie Anguiano still able to apply a good deal of his game plan to Ewok Lord's K-Dash. K-Dash having a real hard time dealing with this fireball setup. Those lows causing him a whole range of problems. Ewok Lord's K-Dash taken out quickly. Anguiano sitting on
Shermie doing a lot of work this time, and I don't believe Ewok Lord has had a lot of matchup experience.
Ewok Lord with that jumping blowback attack finds the somersault, applying pressure inside, empty jump into Tiger Neck Chancery, finds the off the wall throw. Excellent work there. Very tricky play by Ewok Lord. Understands this character intensely well. Anguiano's Geese coming in with 3 meter. Ewok Lord still sitting on 5. This is still very much a live match. Finding those somersaults again. Big fan of him. Finds that drop kick. High corner pressure. Should be checking those short hops with the jab. Finds Tiger Neck Chancery. Hope he blocks that. Oh no, ends up eating that super.
Napkin, what's Ramon's highest damage combo that he could be doing with 5 meter?
With 5 meter he can kill, like anybody can. But generally speaking, he'll be sitting around.
Okay.
Yeah, but generally speaking, off of full confirm, like jump-ins and whatnot, he could usually hit just under 700. I think 720 is the most he can do. Yeah, but that would require a full jump in, then quick max and EX Sobots,
Oh.
normal Sobots, splash, level 2 super,
I got it.
or I'm sorry, the climax. A
Got
very tough match there. And Guiano is able to have answers for a vast majority of Ewok Lord's options. Ewok Lord
Both
again
of our
committing
players
to
just sticking with just sticking. Well, you gotta respect that. Just play. keep going, you know.
I
Like
think
given the
there's a
success that team has had, you know.
absolutely. Well, just like you mentioned, it's sometimes easier to just stick with what you understand and what's comfortable for you in these high pressure situations.
Yeah.
And these matches, in this match specifically, this is about as high pressure as it can get. Finds that vapor cannon, knocks him back, looking and fishing for that crouching C. Eddie Anguiano looking to position those electric kisses, putting him right in front of him. Ewok Lord hasn't built a meter for it yet. He might be able to find an EX Vulcan through some of that. If he would have splashed right there, he would have found great success.
We see that Maxima, Ewok Lord's Maxima, is now being a little bit more careful with this kiss. Still definitely getting hit by some of the long ones.
Close in, he might start trying to fish out that standing light kick to open up his combo options a little bit faster, but he needs to stay out of that long range. It's not to his benefit unless right here he's going for those lasers. He has the option to set him up. That's one, that's two, that's three. Three separate options there. And he ends up catching that laser, that fireball. Unfortunate setups there. And Guiano sitting on 1 meter. Ewok Lord's K-Dash coming in with just under 2.5 meter. And Guiano is sitting on just over 60% health. Ewok Lord rushing him down. Gets the throw. Opens him up. We're going to be seeing some damage here. Ewok Lord's good at converting on damage. Huge damage opportunity there, and he was able to capitalize. Still sitting on 3 meter. Oh no, he ends up botching that DP attempt there, but is able to open him up and catch him with that standing hard punch.
Well, we're back to an even match now. With Ewok Lord having no, I don't think he has meter, but about equal meter now. Yeah.
He's coming in with 3 meter. Ewok Lord still dangerous. Sitting on that 3 meters here, he can open up. And Guiano quite easily finds that super, jumping back in, finds standing C, no conversion, goes for the kick. Pretty good damage off of that setup there. Freddy Anguiano finds a crouching sweep, applying pressure there. No fireballs on wake up there.
3 meter on each.
Very strong play from both these competitors right now. They're able to read a lot of these options. Finds a slide into DP. Reads that. No huge punish there, unfortunately, but still has the corner pressure here. He's going to keep on applying pressure. Guard break is coming up here. We're seeing this. Eddie Anguiano, unfortunately, is opened up. Goes for a reversal, gets punished for it. Slide is blocked. We're going to be seeing... full punish there.
Hope the rollback didn't cause that.
Oh, the kick off of the DP was able to catch Geese midair. How fortunate. Ewok Lord able to take that round.
Ewok Lord starting to turn things around here. We'll see if he can.
3 meter for Shermie coming in. She does have a meter to do damage, but she'll have to go into quick max if she wants to get the full climax. Otherwise, she'll have to build up to 4. Ewok Lord should rush her down.
Probably Eddie Anguiano's strategy here is to just take out Ewok with just basic normals.
Yeah, and ideally build up enough meter for Ramon. But she spent a little bit of it. Now she's going to have to build a bit more. Ramon's coming in with 5 meter. Now Ramon's still very much... This is still very much a competitive game. Ramon has the options here, and he has the meter to cause massive damage. Ewok Lord has enough meter to spend it on different approaches here, including EX Somersault, EX Tiger Road setups. There's a few things he can do. Finds Tiger Neck Chancery. Should be setting up that safe jump, and a safe jump indeed was able to help him out. Finds Somersault once again, chopping, looking for that wake-up throw. Finds the jumping blowback, getting the corner here. Rolls back, finds that chop in the face.
Now, whose grab has priority here versus Ramon versus Shermie if they both do an opposing grab against like running?
I think usually it's the last one, but if it's an EX, I think the EX wins. Finds Tiger Neck Chancery again. EX Chancery would give him Birds of Paradise, but unfortunately we're going to be seeing some super here. Nope, I'm sorry, he doesn't have a meter for it. Went to open him up with that, goes for that crouching attack.
Oh!
Quick backs into damage. We got this.
Oh!
Good work there.
Ewok Lord has adapted.
Now we are at 1-1. Now we have to see if Ewok Lord is able to carry this momentum into the next match. Or is Eddie Anguiano going to start making some micro adjustments here to toss a monkey wrench into this match?
Well, Eddie Anguiano has been running, I believe, a few different characters this tournament as well, right?
Yes.
Oh, Yash.
And at any point, he could change it up. And if he's up, you know, if he's up at some point, it might actually be up.
Oh, Yashin.
He'd have to lose another one if that's the case. But at that point, does he take the chance? Or does he go with what he knows? It is, again, the same question. In these high-pressure situations, it's very difficult to switch over to secondaries, especially when you're playing against somebody who knows your proclivities for certain actions. Ewok Lord fishing out those Vapor Cannons now, finds that CD, goes into super. He's going to have to apply pressure. Find that CD is not there. No safe jump on that, unfortunately. Too close for that jump, for that standing blowback. He's going to have to compose himself at this point and not allow us to get away from him, but he's able to find that counter hit.
Oh my goodness. Ewok's ability to adapt here is just amazing.
A big deal here. This exchange here is a huge bonus for Ewok Lord now. He's still got Maxima, and he's going to be dealing with Geese. That getting rid of Orochi Shermie early on is a big deal for this match. It's going to open up this game quite a bit for Ewok Lord.
Yes, I think so. This one, and then yeah, and the rest of the matches this round too. It looks like I wouldn't say necessarily that Ewok solved Shermie, but he's comfortable fighting her now.
Yeah, he might want to find a way to get a good chunk of damage on Eddie Anguiano and then sneak out that laser on Fireball.
Yes.
He still has options with that anti-air DP throw on jump-ins, and Eddie Anguiano has abandoned the air Rapuken for the most part, so he is open to toss those out. He should be using them if he can. Oof. He's sitting on 2 meter now. If he's at mid to long range, he can catch chest laser. Right there was the chest laser. They're under 30 seconds now, so any health gain that Geese is going to get is going to be minimized now because they are halfway past the round. If he's going to open up with the chest laser on a Fireball, now is the best time. The closer we get to 0,
knows about it and doesn't want to get punished.
Yeah, I think he's trying to not throw too many of them out. We're getting close to the timeout. We're under 10 seconds.
Oh,
look, goes for that crouching C. Able to find the anti-air. 5 seconds left on the clock. Eddie Anguiano with 4 meter. And K-Dash is going to be coming in with 3. Very dangerous K-Dash when he has meter, and he has proven the ability to get Geese in the corner relatively quickly and start putting that pressure on him. Already moving him over there. Zoops right through him, finds the DP, setting up the Oki, goes for the empty jump into standing C. Great setups here by Ewok Lord. But good read by Anguiano.
Yeah.
Pushes him back into the corner. We're going to be getting that air chop, but he just misses the timing on that. Still applying that corner pressure, trying to open up Ewok Lord. Ewok Lord's defense, though, staying strong.
He's doing quite a bit of damage here to K-Dash. Ideally, the K-Dash could have taken out Geese fairly quickly.
Absolutely, but he still has meter, he still has life. But we're going to be seeing how this pans out here because there might be some big damage coming out. He misses that. He might want to spend some meter to get himself out of there, but he finds the throw. Excellent work there by Ewok Lord. He was able to weather that storm. Still going into the final match there with K-Dash sitting on 4 meter. Now he can just do as much damage as he possibly can and try to mitigate any more meter build by Eddie Anguiano. If he can move him into that last round, with a huge life deficit, this could be a good outcome for Ewok Lord.
Going in with Ewok being a little bit up here, but we know how dangerous Eddie Shermie is.
Absolutely. Ewok Lord's K-Dash air-to-air is working remarkably well against Shermie, who has a good set of air-to-air.
Yeah.
Now we have
air-to-air is pretty good, I believe, if you use it right.
a very serious matchup here. We have 5 meter, both of them coming in with full
Oh my
life.
goodness.
It will be whoever can land those massive shots. This is not going to
Yes.
set up for that. Okay, I was hoping he wasn't going to go for that. The Birds of Paradise that only lands off of EX Tiger Neck Chancery. Jumping away with those jumping. Oh, he finds an anti-air CD, gets the somersault, applying pressure on the corner. No run cancels off of those. He's leaving himself open to easy damage on some of those. Finds a throw, pick him up into super. Excellent work. He can no longer combo into climax, but he has the option for quick max and climax if he can open this character up once again. Gets the throw in the corner. Watch out for that jumping elbow. Strong play from Ewok.
Like Ramon has the edge here over Shermie, but Shermie still has all that meter.
Running throw elbow is coming
And
in.
one hit.
Excellent read by Ewok. We're rolling away from that jumping elbow, but he's still looking for it. Almost crossed him up in the corner. No
Oh,
punish there. Goes for the Ewok throw. Find the throw.
Tiger Road! Look at that!
Excellent work. Here comes the Tiger.
Closes it out! Unbelievable play by Ewok Lord there.
Finishing off with that Tiger spin. Eddie Anguiano now has a hard decision to make. Is he going to make the adjustment? Is he going to change characters? Will he change order, or will he rock the same team in orientation? Ewok Lord going with great momentum into this last match. Wow, look at both of them. Excellent, excellent. Both players are going directly into the next match with the same characters in orientation. Ewok Lord seems to have made the adjustments needed, but it's all going to be based on if Maxima finds success early on against Orochi Shermie. Well-ranged shoulder attack there. He's able to weather that block stream. He should be building some meter back there while she's setting up those kisses. It could be a good situation where he can build up some meter to threaten with the laser. Too close on that shoulder, but no reaction from Eddie Anguiano. That is not safe close up. Finds that crouching C, trying to apply pressure with that fireball, but it's a little too early. Setting up those kisses again. He can hit those as they're appearing. He's perfectly fine just building meter back there.
A relatively even match so far, but it looks like
Gets a throw
Eddie
into
is
the corner.
making his own adaptations.
Oh, that jumping air vapor cannon is not getting too much success. I think he's getting countered it more often than he's opening him up with it. Here's the spot where he might want to. Oh no, he's still got a huge life deficit. I don't think that laser is going to do too much to help him right now. He might want to hold on to that meter if he can, unless he can open him up. We got less than 10 seconds on the clock. Ewok Lord under 10% of his health right now. Anguiano has a good grasp of this matchup right now. Finds him with the fireball. K-Dash coming in with 2 meter now. Anguiano should be coming back with just a little bit more health, probably just over 70%. 2 meter on Eddie Anguiano right now. Kicking off the second round. 2 throws from Ewok Lord, doing a great job opening him up with those throws. He's expecting blocks at this point, so he has some options here that he can use. Even if it's not for the throws, he can still apply pressure with short hops as well. Get kicked out of the corner there. Reset to neutral. Fireballs are on the menu again for Eddie Anguiano. Whoa, a big teleport from Ewok Lord. Gets right in his face, moving him into the corner. Starting to apply that pressure. Gets tossed this time, making some space. Anguiano runs out, rolls back to the other side. Reset in the center of the screen once again. Ewok Lord's whole situation is reset, but he does have the life lead.
Yeah, Ewok Lord's got the life lead. He's got superior meter.
He should probably just hang out at this point and get that win, and hopefully he can do some good damage to Geese. He has the meter to do so, and he has proven that he can open him up.
But yeah, Eddie Anguiano's noticed, I think, that his O Sherm, has been pretty difficult, I think, for Ewok to deal with. So he's
Absolutely. That's very insightful. He's starting to find that rhythm, but he still has a little bit of an uphill battle, even if he wins this. He has one more match to win. But he has the meter right now to cause all kinds of problems for Ewok Lord's K-Dash. But the question is, does K-Dash use the meter if he creates the opening? He doesn't have the option now, but Ramon's going to be coming in with 5 meter. He's about as dangerous as he can be, but Eddie Anguiano sitting on 2 full characters and 4 meter.
Round 4. Ready? Go!
Anguiano going all out, starting to jump in, trying to open up Ewok Lord's Ramon. Ramon, strong defense, finds Tiger Neck Chancery, opening up, trying to go for that splash, finds Tiger Neck Chancery again, gets caught this time. He seemed to be timing that safe jump, and it was working out pretty well for him. Misses with that drop kick, and misses with that Tiger Neck Chancery. Going for the headbutt, gets jumped away from. A little bit of block pressure from Eddie Anguiano, rushing him down into the corner this time.
Yeah, we're going to have to see if Ramon can take out both of these characters.
He's going to have a hard time opening him up right now, especially now that Eddie Anguiano is starting to time and range out those Tiger Roads setups.
So what do you think, Napkin? You think when you've got the life lead, I mean, you generally want to start playing defensively, right? And trying to, just kind of hang back a little bit and block more?
I think it depends on what your character and what your opponent's sweet spot is. I mean, you generally just want to, at least in my opinion, I tend to try to keep people out of their ideal situation. Ewok Lord can only really do the damage at close range, but he can open you up from mid-range, but his only options from there are going to be EX Somersault, Tiger Road setups. Outside of that, you're going to have a few of those options locked down. If he's outside of that range, and if he's inside that range, well, you want to make sure that you're not going to be going with too much high-risk stuff. At any point, though, your opponent's trying to take away your opponent's best game plan sometimes will include you having to rush him down, or having to wait him out, or having to keep him at mid-range. So I think in this particular scenario, it was to Eddie Anguiano's benefit to play him a little bit more conservatively, and I think it worked out pretty well. That being said, if he has the reads and he has the meter to spend, then he can be much more aggressive and probably be safer doing it. But I think the way he played it with Geese was spot on. Going directly into the next match. This is it, guys. They're going into the finals now. Taking it down to the wire. Ewok Lord and Eddie Anguiano in grand finals. King of Fighters 15.
Round 1. Ready? Go!
Just an excellent set so far from both of these players. Ewok Lord puts K-Dash at the front. A little wrinkle to his game plan here. We'll see how this pans out. He's able to find some success there with K-Dash. This small mix-up here could be a small bit of adjustment for Eddie Anguiano to take on. Opening him up in the corner there, finds the jump in and the special. We are going to be getting special here. No, he does not spend it, but he does try to open him up once again. Goes back into Fireball, putting more pressure. This guard meter is getting lower and lower. Eddie Anguiano ends up getting caught by that DP.
Looks like he made a good decision putting K-Dash on point here.
Absolutely.
I think he's doing a lot of more. K-Dash's movement, when I play against him, I don't know how you feel. I feel it's very difficult for me to deal with. He's also got a teleport, too.
Yeah, he is very fast. He has lots of options, and I think he's strong at pretty much any position. Even as you can see there, he opened him up in the corner and was able to do a lot of damage without spending a lot of meter. And even here, he sacrificed that to move him over there, but it's still a relatively good option, seeing as Eddie Anguiano was not able to punish him very well.
Yeah,
but
I think
he does find him here. He's going to be getting a chop here. No, he picks him up again. I think K-Dash...
so powerful.
Oh, absolutely. I think Eddie Anguiano is getting much more comfortable with this K-Dash matchup. He's starting to find the spots where he can punish. He's starting to know what options K-Dash has, but even then, K-Dash can open you up relatively quickly if you don't time your counters right. And I don't know if it's a wise move for him to be trying to get no Fireball war at this point with Eddie Anguiano's Geese.
No, probably not.
Geese finds a crouching roundhouse. We're going to be balancing this out one more time. Geese is going to be at just nearly full life. He's just at 95% life right now, but he's sitting on 3 meter. Ewok Lord sitting on 2 with Maxima, but he can do crazy damage, and in this particular position, he can find that level 2 fire chest laser if he's quick about it. But so much damage.
Brutal combos.
Yeah, Geese putting on freaking combo exhibition right now.
Yeah.
Ewok Lord able to get him into the corner. We're going to be seeing big damage here. Massive damage is going to be coming out here right now.
Oh my god.
There is a safe jump setup. Excellent work there by Ewok Lord, keeping him in the corner. Finds that rolling kick. Unable to capitalize there, but was able to do quite a bit of damage. Eddie Anguiano is on his heels right now. Goes for that super Rapukin. Oh, was not able to find the spacing for that jumping blowback. Ewok Lord still in a good position. He could at any point just wrap this up. Eddie Anguiano trying to avoid the fireballs. He knows that laser's locked and loaded. Finds that shoulder attack.
There it is! Just like you predicted, you called it.
Laser chip out. There was nothing you can do at that point, and
there's just nothing you can do against that. Well,
now he's going to absolutely have to just build up meter and do as much damage as he possibly can before Ramon comes in. This is still very much a live match.
Eddie's got a choice to make here. Does he burn this meter to take out Maxima, or does he not? I mean, neither one of those seem like an easy decision to me.
Yeah, he would have the advantage in the Ramon matchup if he should be able to knock 10% off of Ewok Lord without spending meter.
You're saying with 0 meter, he has the advantage against Ramon with 0 meter, with low meter?
No, with the 2 meter. He wants to go in with meter if he can. But I also think he has advantage against Ramon with 0 meter. Like if both of them come in with 0 meter, he has advantage.
The thing is, though, this Maxima, can he survive against this Maxima without using that meter?
Right. Well, it's problematic now because we're also getting to that 30-second mark. He's not going to be getting good returns on that life meter. Oh, just at 31. He should be coming back at just under 50%, maybe just over 40%, or just over 50%. But he's going to have 3 meter. This is going to be a good position. Ramon with 2. He lacks the options that Eddie Anguiano sure.
All right, everyone. Either way, this is going to be decided here.
Immediately running after him, trying to apply as much pressure as he can before Eddie Anguiano can adjust to the pace change. Excellent work by Anguiano. He's finding that level 2 super. They're not going to be seeing the climax at this point. That's going to be off the table at this point now, but he is going to be working with a much more weakened Ramon. Ramon has to still open up Shermie to actually cause any damage, but now he can start using those stray attacks to go into some of his quick max modes. We'll see if he's going to find them or not.
Can Ramon do it?
Oh,
and that's it. Eddie Anguiano takes the championship again and gets his title back.
Excellent play by both competitors.
What a great match. What a great series it was today.
Excellent work by all our competitors.
Okay, guys, we're running behind, so thanks so much for joining us today. If you're not a member of our Discord, please join us immediately. We're going to wrap this up. We're going to let King Geo take over now. But thanks so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. We love this game, and we hope that you'll join us and get to love it too. So bye for now.
Thanks, everyone. See you next time.
Thanks so much, Ash and Napkin, for taking over the commentary for that. I really apologize that we are behind schedule. Really good tournament. We do have Tekken. Tekken's going to come with after a short 10-minute break. So stay tuned. Once again, congratulations to Eddie for both winning the tournament and winning the raffle. So that's double the love for him. Well, we will be back in 10 minutes. So 10-minute break, and then we have some good-ass Tekken coming. See you soon.